Right, cool. That works. Right, let's get the music going. Right, okay, so we're live. That's cool. And today we are playing green-red Ponza or green-red land destruction, however, whichever you feel most comfortable with. And essentially, yeah, it's a deck that focuses on running turn 1 mana accelerants. So Utopia Sprawl is by far the best one of these, because it can't get really killed by anything efficient. And then using Arbor Elf and Birds of Paradise to complement that. Arbor Elf, I believe, is preferred because you can untap the land with Utopia Sprawl. And then on turn 3, cast one of Stone Rain or Blood Moon. So from turn 2, you already like threatening to disrupt your opponent's mana severely, and then hopefully you can ride this so that then a variety of random assortment of cards will get there, and we'll get into that. This version went 6-1 in the Modern Challenge. Apart from I've only changed 2 cards on the sideboard. I have 2 relics for the 2 things. The rationale for me as to why it did well, I mean, anything can do well. What I mean here, though, is it has 4 Tireless Tracker. And I really like this because it's a card you can play on turn 2. It's not the most... It's difficult to kill it with push in some situations. And it allows you to get card advantage pretty quickly. Like, they have to respect the card. Otherwise, yeah, the deck just plays a bunch. So because your deck plays so many mana accelerants, to make up for like the use of these, it has to basically go onto the top end. So this user decided to play a bunch of 4 mana threats, so 2 Chandra, 2 Pian Current Nalars, 2 Chameleon Colossus, and 2 Obstinate Baylofts, and complement it with 3 more Mavoli Acid Moss as kind of an additional land destruction spell that can also get you a land and help you to ramp towards the even bigger cards in Storm Breath Dragon, Primal Command, and the top of the curve Inferno Titan. So it just tries to combine all these cards, yeah, and do land destruction as quickly as it can, and then like present a threat that's really hard for your opponent, the opposing deck to deal with. As for the sideboard, just the variety, because you're playing a very unique strategy. I think like the Braids, Ancient Grudge, Anger, and Relic are kind of self-explanatory. But you get to play way more powerful hit cards than just Creeping Corrosion. You get to play Fracturing Gust, which is insanely powerful against Affinity. It's basically lights out. And you also get to play free Trinispheres, which again can also cold some decks because you can accelerate into it very easily. Trinisphere is an insanely powerful effect against the right type of deck. So that's actually a card that is going to be really rough for a lot of people to deal with. I'm just going to check the interaction between Trinisphere and Delve while I have it. Because I believe Delve pays for the mana, so... but I want to make sure I got this right. So I'm going to do past here. Yeah. Yeah, so I believe they can pay for Delve because the cost paid is at least free. So yeah, I believe Trinisphere doesn't work against Delve. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, we're just gonna run the deck and we're gonna see how it goes really. Depending on how fast the league is, I might do a second one. Yeah. But yeah. This version's a little weaker against aggressive decks. Because I'm not running the Finks and the 2 Finks that this person ran in the sideboard. But yeah. Okay, so let's run. Okay, let's play the match. Okay, so we'll be playing first. This hand has double Utopia Sprawl, so we're gonna keep because we are on the play. So this is kind of what we want. The one thing to note is because of the attraction between Stomping Ground and Blood Moon, you usually want a Utopia Sprawl basic forest. Because I believe then it would become a mountain, and since this is an enchant forest, it would fall off. So we're gonna keep this hand. We're gonna go basic forest sprawl, and I'm gonna name red off this, and then we're probably gonna do the same for the second sprawl. Should be fine. I could name green, but I think it's fine to name red. Bobble. Glimmer Void. Oh, we're against Lantern? Okay. Well, that gets the second sprawl, which is not actually good for us. Right, well, we drew a mountain here. Since our opponent got the second sprawl, there's not much we can do this turn. So I'm probably gonna play Wooded Foothills Pass. But chances are I'm gonna get a forest. We're gonna pass because we can choose whether we want to draw the card or not if our opponent goes Lantern of Insight. I don't know how this matchup is, but why would you do this? Oh my god. Oh, they do it at end step? Okay, that's kind of cool. So it triggers at the beginning of the end step so they can end step Mishra's Bauble. That's kind of... wow. I assume... yes, okay, so... Blood Moon is pretty much what we want here. Since it... do we want Blood Moon actually? Does that card do anything here? Well, they're putting it in our graveyard, so clearly it does something. Tireless Tracker is very good, though. So we're probably... I could do one of two things. I could... what is in my list again? Because I'm just starting with the deck, so... Chandra Torch of Defiance is a way to beat Ensnaring Bridge, but there's not many other ways. So the question is whether I want to draw the Tireless Tracker or not, but I think the answer to that question is yes, on average. Okay. So no matter what, I could play the Tracker here, or I could play the Acid Moss. I like the Acid Moss mainly because of this Ancient Stirrings, even though it loses a land. Tracker like kind of makes it so it's not that bad, so... yeah, we're gonna lose a land here, but it's okay, I think. We want the Acid Moss in play. We don't want to draw this Arbor Elf. Stone Rain is pretty good. That's the other thing, is I can shuffle and see what I get. Stone Rain is okay. My opponent knows I have Acid Moss. I don't want to get this Inquisitioned. This is actually a really tough call. But I don't want my opponent to have Ancient Stirrings, so... but yeah, they're gonna get it anyways, whatever I do. What do you think here? I just assume that the Chameleon Colossus and the Baloth are bad here. I think Tracker is the best long-term plan my deck can have, so we're gonna play Tracker here. Because it makes every land we draw, like, at least a card. That's actually a reasonably tough call, I think. Right, so they see their own card. Doesn't really matter. Just draw a card. Right, so Ancient Stirrings and Inquisition. What we want to do is try to empty our hand so that we can make sure that this is the only card if our opponent Thoughtseize us. But yeah. Right. Second Codex Shredder. We need to... Yeah. Okay, so we're going to draw Windswept Teeth, which isn't that bad. It's basically a clue plus... yeah, it's a clue plus a card. Jeez, free Shredders? Ugh. We're not going to draw what we... It's going to be hard to draw what we want because of these. But our opponent didn't have another land, so land destruction is going to be really powerful. So we get a clue. I'm going to destroy that land. I could put more of a clock, but I think destroying the land is better with what our opponent's drawing. So we can get a Stomping Ground, which I think is totally fine. No. We get a clue. Attack for free here. Yeah, our opponent's Mana Light, so we're gonna try to get them off a bridge. Yeah, so they mill their own. The Pyxis is pretty good here. Oh, they really need mana, I guess. Yeah, that makes sense then. But they have Ancient Stirring, so okay, bridge. So they draw into bridge. They probably already have a bridge. They really need a land. Needle's kind of awkward because it can name Chandra, but our opponent needs to know that we have that. Yeah, Blood Moon is a problem for them. Chameleon Colossus is not though, so I'm gonna probably shuffle that. Especially since our opponent has... Oh, okay, second Lantern, sure. I don't want to draw another Colossus, I don't think that's gonna help at all. Ancient Stirrings. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I just realized I didn't put the chat up. Sorry if people have been in the chat. Mox Opal is really bad for us. It makes Blood Moon much worse, and yeah. So yeah, sorry for people if you were chatting. I didn't know that. I forgot to pop it up. Okay. Right, so we don't want to draw Chameleon Colossus because I'm fairly certain that our opponent has... Well, we already have one, and I'm fairly certain our opponent has a... Arbor Alpha is bad, though. But at Foothills... that's not so bad. Okay, we want to start drawing cards. Foothills is fine. Because we mainly get 2 more clues and we get a shuffle, so I get to shuffle this away. Forest. Stormbreath Dragon's bad. Let me think here. Our opponent's got only 2 lanterns, so this is a good time to make them sacrifice it. Okay, because we got another Stormbreath Dragon, I'm not interested in cracking a clue. I think I'm just gonna dome my opponent for 5 here. I guess. This is actually... I should probably just crack all the clues I can just to make sure I'm... Drawing this dragon, though, isn't very useful. Or this Baloth. Since land destruction is going to become very irrelevant very quickly because of Mox Opal. Yeah, our opponent definitely has bridge. Like, I can't see them milling bridge if they don't have it. Yeah, bridge. No, oh, War of Invention, that works too. Yeah. So now, opponent has free Codex Shredders. Stun Rain isn't a card we want. Let me think. I don't really mind since our opponent's drawing a land here. We're gonna just untap this forest now. Like, the Stormbreath Dragon can only deal, like, 1 damage, really, so... Yeah, it's a bit awkward. Right, they mill them. They mill Stone Rain. I don't really get that. Stone Rain doesn't really. Why would you? Okay. PN Karen. Oh, whoa! I should have put a stop. PN Karen was actually a really good card. Mainly because it deals some damage. Right. But yeah, I should have. Fotzies is interesting. Right. So this time I'm gonna be more careful on my stops. Let me think. Nothing I have in my hand is really worth casting. Maybe the Stormbreath Dragon to protect it from Fotzies, but there's not much. I'll just skip this song. I'm not a biggest fan of it. Okay. It's a bit better. Right. Since we're probably drawing a land this turn, I don't need to do anything. My favorite deck so far has been any with Spreading Seas. They've been very good for me. Okay, so... one second. Do I want to tap out? It doesn't really matter. Like, my hand is irrelevant, so whatever. My opponent should mill their own Fotzies, though. Mishra's Bobble? Mishra's Bobble is okay for us. They milled our land. Yeah, Arbor Elf is the actual net low. Any of the, like, one-man accelerants at this point are bad because they're not clues. Stirrings is awkward. Right, so we're gonna draw Arbor Elf. Tireless Tracker is pretty good here, potentially. I just want to keep mana up to crack clues when needed. Like, when we need to, like, really fight over a card, I can crack all the clues. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'm missing 1 mana, but it should be fine. Okay, so I don't really mind Tireless Tracker going. I don't mind Blood Moon going. Because my opponent has Mox Opal. If my opponent didn't have Mox Opal, I would care, but I don't really. Forest is not a problem. Right, so we lose a Forest. We have Primal Command in our deck, and that's like the card I need to draw. Okay, so we're gonna... Because I'm drawing Tracker so far, I'm going to activate one of these Stormbreath Dragons. Tracker's like a totally fun card to draw. We need Primal Command, but we have limited time. We could also draw the second PN Kirin Alara or a Chandra. Our opponent plays Stirrings. Needle is top. They haven't seen Chandra yet, so yeah. Oh, Stirrings too. Ugh. Let's see what they get. If they know Stormbreath Dragon, that's actually okay. Pippy Needle, okay. Yep, name... Oh, Witchbane Orb? Okay, this is cold. This card colds us. Apart from Primal Command, like, that would be... Stormbreath Dragon? That's fine. So, they mill us. We don't care. They shouldn't care about Stone Rain. If they want to mill Stone Rain, they're more than welcome to. Let me think. I think I'm fine with just drawing the Stone Rain. Right, now we want to draw this Chandra. Although our opponent has Witchbane Orb, 1 second. To each opponent? Okay, so... Then our opponent races us, basically? I think it's fine to... One second. We're gonna float some mana, and then I'm gonna untap this forest first. Right, so... Okay, now we crack a clue in response. And then we untap this forest. We crack another clue. Right, now we draw the Chandra. We shuffle. Okay, well, we're gonna crack the last clue. If our opponent sacks the second lantern, we're in good shape. Because then they don't know what we're drawing. We drew Chandra. We're gonna accept our library being shuffled to Utopia Sprawl. We're gonna draw Tracker. Yeah, that's fine. We're gonna mill a forest. That's totally fine. Alright, then Tracker gets bigger. We're gonna draw this Wooded Foothills, which is fine. Then we're gonna mill this, which is great. And then we're gonna draw Utopia Sprawl, which is bad, but we can remove that with Chandra. Right, so now I don't want to play the Foothill. I want to kind of just play this Chandra. So we're going to enchant this forest here. Since that's mana neutral. We're going to say red. Then we're going to cast this Chandra. And we're gonna plus it. Now our opponent could mill us out, so I do have to be careful. Right. I'll just play the Foothills, even though it's one less clue. Just to make sure we can shuffle and... One sec. I only have one mana, so there's no point in doing anything else. Okay, so we pass here. Our opponent's gonna Witchbane Orb. Oh, I could have also shuffled and minus to draw a card here. Actually, that was a mistake. I should have shuffled and yeah. Okay, so our opponent mills the... Why would you mill Witchbane Orb? Like, the ultimate gets you. Academy Ruins? That's not very relevant. Since we have Stone Rain. Right, so... our opponent has 2 Shredders, so at this point... We're gonna end of turn get the land. How many lands do we have left? Only 1 fetchable? Okay. No... Acid Moths. Yeah, so they're gonna let us draw the Acid Moss, unsurprisingly. Because we only have 1 fetchable land, let me think. We're not gonna... Right, we don't want to draw this Arbor Elf, anyways. So I'm gonna play this Tracker. Make sure we have enough clues. Oh, destroy target land. I guess if we have 1 Blood Moon left, so I guess the island is the one to destroy here. Doesn't really matter, they have Mox Opal. Okay, that's fine. Get a forest, 2 clues. We exile the top card. I should have added mana, yeah. First, I should have untapped these. But we want to exile this Windswept Thief anyways, it doesn't do anything for us. Opponent could return Corsair. Corsair doesn't really do anything here. That might be actually the first card I brought out. Okay, so we want to untap our Utopia Sprawl lands first. And then we want to keep Stone Rains for Academy Ruins. Right, so I guess this is fine. We just pass here. Since all that matters is drawing that Primal Command. Nothing else is really relevant. I guess, like, if we ultimate Chandra, then it's just GG, but yeah. I guess our opponent has Witchbane Orb, but yeah. So they return... What do they return here? War of Invention? Should I... Because my opponent has War of Invention, should I have aimed to... Because they're probably going to play a second Needle. So there were too many blue sources anyways in artifacts. It's not like... Alright, our opponent's probably going to like exile our X for 4. Witchbane Orb? No, they already have that in the bin. There's not much I can do here, so I'm just going to let this happen. Piving Needle? Okay. Piving Needle Chandra makes sense to me. Right, so our opponent's thought 2 Codex Shredders. We lose... Oh, Inferno Titan's good here. Right, so we want to draw Inferno Titan. Yeah. Since we don't have a second one, so Inferno is pretty decent. We draw Inferno Titan, we mill Stone Ring, which is totally fine. Blood Moon is interesting. Let's see. Our opponent is tapped out. Oh, wait, so we can just draw everything we want here. I guess we want to draw a card end of turn. In case we draw the second Inferno or the... what's it called? Primal Command. This is like the turn we need. So we draw this Blood Moon. Windswept Thief is harder because it does shuffle, so I'd rather draw it to shuffle. And I think we have enough mana, right? We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. Right, so we draw the Windswept Thief. Then we cast it. We play it, sorry, to get 2 clues. Then we shuffle our deck, because there's just nothing else in it. Yeah, we have 2 Arbor Elves, 2 Birds, an Inferno. We have like a number of cards that matter, but Windswept Thief was not one of them. But this is like the turn we need to draw, so we're gonna just chance to get there. There's not much else. So our opponent can't really kill us in time. There's a Witchbane Orb, so I do need to... Come on, I need this Primal Command hard. We could also... Yeah, Blood Moon... And our opponent's going to get a Witchbane Orb, so we really need to... Come on, really need to hit. Yeah, Titan's a 6 mana bolt, but yeah. So we played our land. Free. Well, I'm going to tap some lands. We have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 mana left. Acid Moss is a shuffle effect, 7. We really need Primal Command. Drawing this bird is awful, though. We could Acid Moss the Academy Ruins, though. Shuffle the bird away. Yeah, we still have a Primal Command that we haven't seen yet. And I would very much like to see. Right, our opponent gets Witchbane Orb. Which is unfortunate, but is what it is. Okay. Come on! Jeez. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I draw the bird, it doesn't do anything. Our opponent gets Witchbane Orb. We can just still Ensnaring Bridge, but then they have Codex Shredder. That's the problem. We have 2 clues, so I'm going to just have to be patient. They're not going to mind us drawing this bird, so I'm probably just going to... I guess we could Inferno Titan here. That doesn't change anything. Nothing here really changes anything. Damn it. Yeah, I'm just going to play a little faster. Yeah. Sorry, yeah, just play Blood Moon. It doesn't really matter what I do here, sadly. As long as I'm just gonna keep like all like this mana untapped to crack the clues, because like Inferno Titan doesn't change. Now I need Primal Command for bridge, and there's no other card that saves me. Sadly. Okay, there's no curses. Right. Right, now we have Primal Command. So we're gonna get our third clue. Our fourth clue. Oh, and now we're locked to win. Because we can crack all these clues in response and win. We're gonna float some mana. Right. Our opponent has free shuffle effects and we have 4 draw cards. Right, so sack. Yep. Right. Right, we've yielded to the trigger, these triggers. Right. Yeah, our opponent's gonna shuffle, and then we win. Right, so we have to sadly have to all this. Right, then we put the Ensnaring Bridge and we crush our opponent, finally. I think Tracker against Lantern is really good for that reason. You just get to choose what you do. Draw a card, they mill us, we draw a card, and then put target non-creature permanent. Let's put this bridge and target me for shuffling my deck since we can't target our opponent. Right. Snaring Bridge, and now all these creatures can deal you some damage since your permanents are not right. So our opponent took minus 1,000. Right, we're running out of time though. Relic is good because it draws a card. We don't want Baloth, we don't want Colossus, we don't want Courser. Courser is awful. We want Grudge, we want Abrades, and we want Fracturing Gust. Relic draws a card, it's like the worst one. I'm gonna cut some of these 1-mana accelerants, like the Arbor Elf is fine, but we don't want any of the others. Everything else is kind of fine, since it's just a kill condition. We could have 2 relics. I don't think we need the full member. So, like, Relic is just draw a card at, like, instant speed, and we don't care about our graveyard. I guess Inferno Titan's not great. So, we have more than enough kill conditions. We have Tireless Trackers, Pias. Actually, this is starting to get low on... heavy on answers. Inferno Titan kills a Walker, so we're going to keep Inferno Titan. Since it can kill, it can do some damage to Tezzeret. Okay, we'll submit this. Trinisphere doesn't do much. On the play, it might be okay though, but on the draw, it's bad. Okay, so this hand's totally fine. Keep. I'm gonna play faster. Right, Bobble. Our opponent knows our card, and they Inquisition us. If they don't take blood, like if it's we're gonna know very quickly, right? It's another Blood Moon effect, I suspect. Or I guess like you kill the bird if you can. Right, Wooded Foothills, Shuff Pass. We're gonna get Stomping Ground with our first one. Oh, Mox Opal's bad. If I guess our opponent, okay, so we know we're drawing Sprawl. Sprawl is okay. Oh, Inquisition. Sprawl's still okay, I think. Take Blood Moon. Let me think. Sprawl gives us mana. We want Sprawl this early, so we'll draw. I'm okay with drawing the Sprawl. So we're gonna get a basic forest here. Blood Moon's good, and then we're gonna enchant this forest. And I'm gonna play a Foothills. Oh, sorry. We're gonna add red, and then we're gonna play this Foothills and ship. They have Blood Moon, so Shredder's bad for us. The good news is next turn we can Tracker or Chandra. Okay, so they play a second Lantern. I kind of want to get the Tracker train rolling. Pirate Spellbomb. Okay, that's... Right, so we don't know what the last card is, but Pirate Spellbomb makes me want to go for Chandra more than Tracker here. I don't think Blood Moon is a problem. Oh, it does cut Whir. Blood Moon cuts Whir, so it's not so bad. So we're going to draw the Blood Moon. I suspect. Right, well, we shuffle our library. That's fine. We draw a Forest. I'm okay with that. It's not a problem here. They can kill a Tracker. I think we just... let's see. If we Chandra... Man, I don't want to exile this Blood Moon, so... But Chandra's really good as well. Tracker kind of needs to be saved from these Pirate Spellbombs. Or... Chandra gives us mana. I don't want to shuffle this, though. I think it's fine to trade 1 for 1. It's not ideal, of course, but I'm okay with it. Maybe that was a mistake, but I think it's fine. I'm not going to sacrifice Foothills until my opponent tries his Pirate Spellbomb. Let's see, do I care here? I probably shouldn't have played the Tracker. I should have, like, just passed. Let's see. Opponent's going to Shredder this Blood Moon. I think that's fine, right? So we traded the Tracker for that. That was bad. I think that was bad. But yeah. I should have thought about that sequence a little more. I'm running out of time, though, so... Yeah. Right, Shredder. And there's another Shredder. Ugh. Right, so we lose our Blood Moon. I don't really want to draw Windswept Heath, but we have a Tracker, so I think that's okay. And our opponent has multiple Shredders, so we need to start. Yeah. Right, so Tracker. Opponent knows our hand. We don't want to draw Utopia Sprawl at this point, but yeah. Right, so play Heath, get a clue, ship the turn. Yeah, the second Codex Shredder here is just awful for us. Botanical Sanctum. I don't think that's fundamentally awful. But it has 1 card, which might be Whir of Invention. Right, so... We want to stack this Heath for a Forest. We don't want to draw this Sprawl, so we might as well make our opponent work. Stormbreath Dragon's interesting. We're going to know like what our opponent's on pretty quick. If they're okay with Stormbreath, something tells me that they have a bridge in hand or a Whir. They're probably going to Whir next turn for a bridge, so Stormbreath might not be so good. We'll see. Let's see what our opponent does with the Stormbreath. Most likely going to play it here, if I can, just to deal that damage. Maybe I should have played Chandra earlier, like getting towards the... Because like the emblem is unbeatable, so... Let's see. Our opponent could... They can't Whir for 2 right now. They need this Sanctum. Oh, they disconnected? Okay, well that makes more sense then. I've been really slow game 1. Should I play faster? Because now if we play a game free, I might have to just F6 a lot. To be fair, the emphasis is on our opponent if we just f6 a lot, so... I think we can short clock, but not by much. Okay, if I draw Storm Breath Dragon here... I need to at least sack. Because I can't even play Chandler with what I have. Maybe I should have gotten a mountain with the... Not the Heath, but should have played the Foothills and gotten a mountain. Okay, our opponent's back. They got Storm Breath, they have Whir in hand, I'm pretty sure. But Storm Breath is at least 4 damage. Maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should just keep the mana up for Tracker at all times. Because I have like Fracturing Gust, and that card is not beatable if I have enough clues. Okay, they're gonna mill our Storm Breath. Tracker's good here. Tracker's very good. Tracker's way better than Storm Breath Dragon could aspire to be. I might draw the Tracker here. The Storm Breath I'm happy to see go, but the Tracker I'm probably gonna just draw. Because it's so many cards. I think Storm Breath was dealable. I don't think Tracker is. I'm most likely gonna draw a card off the Tracker. Like draw the Tracker if my opponent Shredders again. Like, Tracker's not, like, the card that wins, off, like, on its own, really, but, like, kind of. Just the number of clues gets ridiculous, and then you just, like, wait until you're in a... Because early in the game, especially, it's a lot harder for them to interact with Tracker. Tracker's a really good card against Lantern. Like, cards you want against Lantern that are good as well. The coolest sideboard tech I heard was Doran. Like, Doran would be, like, a sweet card against Lantern. Since they have, like, if it, like, hits play... it's basically a game over. Right, so our opponent's tanking on this one. Or, yeah. Well, our clock is looking okay now. Wow, this first match almost took an hour. Man, Lantern. This is game 2. I thought game 1 was very interesting. We ended up, like, eventually having the mana to draw our command. But yeah, the fact that our opponent had to shuffle with Lantern early was pretty powerful. I think they shuffled like a Blood Moon or something. Yeah, because they have to Whir. Yeah, I don't think they should have made us lose this Storm Breath Dragon. I think that was a mistake. Since they can easily deal with this card. They take a hit and then they bridge. I think Tracker is not possible really for them to beat in a long game. Although my opponent should... Oh, they disconnected again, okay. Well, sorry to them. That's unfortunate. I think I was like a heavy favorite to win this game anyways. Because there's not much my opponent can do to prevent me to draw this Tracker except lose this Lantern. And if they lose the Lantern, then, like... I mean, these do nothing. Like, without Lantern, the Codex Shredder is obviously unplay is awful. Yeah, running Tracker into Spell Bomb was probably wrong. But... I'm trying to think about it. It's like because I had a second Tracker, I was less worried, and I felt that, like the tempo loss was going to be potentially really bad. If I didn't have the second Tracker, I don't think I would run. Yeah, if I only had one Tracker, I wouldn't run it in to Pirate Spellbomb. But I had 2, so yeah. My poor opponent. I think having internet issues with Lantern is pretty bad. Yeah, so as for this matchup, I don't think like green-red Ponza specifically would be good against Lantern, but I think if you play 4 trackers main, then your matchup becomes good. Because the second you like resolve a tracker, like a tracker can counter, like you can just stack clues. Like, so a medium card you probably won't fight over, but they kind of have to get rid of one, right? Like a Blood Moon or a Stone Rain, especially early in the game. And then later in the game, you just, you just stack your clue. They can't mill land, so you stack your clues, and then you get to like 6 or 7 and like 12 mana, and then you just draw, like when the real card comes, like the primal command, then you come. So, and you have like a lot of problematic permanents if they're at a low life total, like Chandra, P and Kirin Nalar. Witchbane Orb deals with like Inferno Titan, P and Kirin, and Storm Breath on its own. Pivot Needle deals with Chandra, and then you need 2 bridges. And then you're like pretty much okay. Since there's only 1 primal command in this version. Some play 2, but most don't play Tracker, so it wouldn't matter. Like, Tracker's like the card that allows you to make all this work. It's like, yeah, so like if you're worried about the Lantern matchup, like I think having, like it's better instead of having like just hate cards against Lantern, I think it's better to have like threats like this that are just like really like pretty difficult for the Lantern deck to deal with and will like allow you to win the game later. Like Tireless Tracker with a few board. Okay, so our opponent disconnected again. Jeez. All right. I'm gonna use this opportunity to just put on the light and hit the bathroom quickly. So I'm glad. Okay, I'm back. I'm glad you had fun on the watching paint dry stream. And people wonder why it's hard for people like to get viewers for card games. Like, I mean, I love Magic and everything, but I mean, in Hearthstone like this, there would be the rope, and that would kind of be it, right? Like the person disconnected, and that's it. Like, we're done. The match is over. Here you have to wait. I mean, in this case, it's not so bad. Like, because we were like semi-low on clock, and I was favored. I hope my opponent did disconnect. They seemed to have like internet troubles for a while, so like they were disconnecting, connecting, disconnecting, connecting. So it seems they were having internet troubles. I don't think they're like trolling me or being vicious against me. I've had 1 or 2 opponents like that. Like, they're so annoyed to lose that instead of like conceding the game, they just disconnect and like wait for timeout, which wastes everybody's time. I don't think this is the case here, but I just report those people. I have no patience for somebody that makes me lose my time for no reason, so I just report those people. I think it's a really bad community function I think that should be like just unacceptable. Like, I can get that, like, you know, like you've had a bad day and, you know, the matchup didn't go your way or something silly happened and, you know, you're annoyed. Like, it's fine. It's a card game. I totally get it. I've been there. We've all been there. But I would always concede because, like, you know, like at the end of the day, the other person's a human being. Like, come on, let's just move on with our lives. It's fine. What happened happened. Let's just move on. You never know. Sometimes the format's horrible, like Ixalan Unlimited. So it's not your opponent's fault. It's just the card's fault. And do you want to make your opponent suffer 10 minutes? Actually, making them not play 10 minutes of Ixalan Unlimited might be a blessing. Anyways, we're gonna win this match, and I think our opponent just had internet issues. That seemed more in tone with what happened. I assume they had internet issues. Because their clock is 0 and the match hasn't finished. What is going on? I'm going to quickly... Oh, cancel. Am I going to disconnect from Moto here? There was a very old bug. Okay, we win the match. But yeah, there was a very old bug where... like, it seemed like your opponent disconnected, but you had, but that would have been really weird here. Okay, so we just win. Let's play the next match in our lives. If you want to beat Lantern and have Green Man in your deck, I highly recommend Tireless Tracker. I think that's a good way to. It's a good mid-range threat against other mid-range decks, anyways. And it happens to also be good against Lantern. I think that's like the card you want. You don't want like a card that hurts on Lantern. You want a card that's like generally good and like has applications against certain matchups, like a wide variety of applications. Well, this hand is unkeepable, so we're gonna mulligan this. If this was like, this is like the one basic mountain, but if this was a forest, it would be really tough to keep because a removal spell and we lose. So we're gonna mull this. This hand is not great, but we'll keep because we have 2 chances at a. I don't really want to land. I want an accelerant. Like, yeah, Stone Rain on the draw on turn 3 is not a modern winning formula, except against this deck. We really want our, we wanted like our Sprawler, our Arbor Elf here. Didn't get it. It's fine. Serum Visions. Because our opponent is possibly on blue-white control, I'm going to be very careful about spreading seas. So I'm going to just play Forest Arbor Elf here. If they're on Jeskai, this Arbor Elf is a horrible top deck. If they're on blue-white, it's actually okay. Blue-white only has so many counterspells. Right, so they have Spreading Seas. So we can Acid Moss their Colonnade. Wow, that is a lot of Colonnades. Okay. And we're gonna get Stomping Ground most likely. What do you think? Yeah, Stomping Ground's good, I think, here. Since they have Supreme Verdict. You know. So we're gonna, let's see, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, Acid Moss seems good. Right, so now we're gonna get Stomping Ground. Right, we're not gonna pay 2 life for no reason. So yeah, like, this hand's actually pretty good against blue-white. Like, the double Stone Rain that's coming. Right, Plains. We're gonna, oh, Chandra's great, but we're gonna like start with LD, so we have 1, 2, 3, okay. So I'm gonna just fetch a Stomping Ground here. Although we have Blood Moon in our deck, I'd rather get the Stomping, I'd rather make sure we have as much dual mana as possible. So first we're gonna try to Stomping Ground this Colonnade. Actually, yeah, let's do it like this. Since we can pay for a mana leak here if our opponent mana leaks, so yeah. Okay, so they float blue. We make sure that they don't have their blue mana by passing it to main phase 2. And then we Stone Rain their second Colonnade. And I'm gonna check if they kept on top or not. Their cards. So they topped a card with Serum Visions. And they topped both of the others. So yeah, they probably have the one land. Okay. So here we want to Chandra, and Pia's okay. Pia and Kirin is okay this turn. So I'm gonna Chandra, mana, Pia and Kirin. Most of these decks don't run Mana Leak or Remand, so Chandra here should be pretty powerful since our opponent doesn't have. Right, so and then we add 2 red. Right, so I'll untap this. We're not gonna crack our Heath. I'm actually it was a mistake to play that out the Heath, I think, here. Actually, our opponent could have Mana Leak here. So this might have been a mistake, but I think it's fine. Right. And I shouldn't have played the Heath because we're not gonna crack it. And if our opponent has if we draw Tracker, then we want this Heath like for full. Okay, our opponent like didn't have a land, so I lose. Okay. We're against blue-white. Trinisphere doesn't do anything. Relic is okay, but not great. Fracturing Gust. Fracturing Gust is weird. This is a really weird match, because like Fracturing Gust kills our Sprawls, but Sprawl is so bad because they have Spreading Seas. Like our sideboard is not positioned to be against blue-white. Our main deck is, but our sideboard's bad. Like the 4 relics are about it because they stop Snapcaster and they draw a card, but there's not much else. Trinisphere, like they're already paying like for all their walkers and stuff. I could put in 1 Fracturing Gust. It's not really an effect I want too much of, but it does kill the seas. And sometimes they have a card like Rune Halo or something. So Braid doesn't really do anything. Grudge doesn't, and Anger doesn't. Okay, so this is really weird because like they have Verdict for our bird and Arbor Elves, and then they have they have Spreading Seas for our Sprawls. The Blood Moons are probably good, even though they have a lot of basic islands. We can just Stone Rain and Acid Moss basic island. This is really tough because Sprawl gets hit so hard by Spreading Seas. Like, really hard. It's like the one matchup where I don't want Sprawl. I think I'm going to take out the Sprawls here. The Mana Dorks are good because they only lose the Supreme Verdict. I'll take out the... Taking out the Sprawls is so awkward. But, like, if they Spreading Seas and you lose the Sprawl, it's... Ugh. Relic only stops, like, 1 or 2 snaps, so maybe we don't need the full complement. We want some number of these, even though they could have the Seas. We'll submit like this, but yeah. But I really don't like Sprawl in this matchup. Right, well, this hand is good, so we're gonna keep. Right, so turn 1 Arbor Elf. Right. Well, they're right to get the basic island because they might need it. Right, so Wall of Omens, that's fine. So here, let me think. I'm pretty like I have another basic forest. I'm pretty sure we want a Blood Moon over course of this turn. So Stomping Ground, yes, and Blood Moon. Blood Moon's not that great against blue-white, but it's fine. It does the job. Like, if we can Stone Rain that island, which we are about to do, then we're in, like, insane shape. So, it's pretty decent in that sense. Opponent's Serum Visions. Top. Well, we're gonna destroy this island. They probably kept, okay, Primal Command is great too, since we can search a creature card. What do we want to search? What would be good here? Stormbreath Dragon only dies to Verdict, and Verdict seems really hard for opponents, so I'm probably gonna get something along those lines. Right, so here we want to Acid Moss our opponent's island. Unfortunately, Arbor Elf is not a mana ability, so we have to go for the whole shenanigan. Yeah. We want to kill this blue while they're tapped out. Right, so... Okay. They lost their island, but they probably kept another one on top. Oh no, they don't have any. If they have no blue mana, this is gonna be a joke of a matchup. Let me think here. So I can cast Chandra, and then let's see, that's 6, so I go to 4. 4 doesn't really lead anywhere. Chandra's really good though. I could, let's see. I don't have double red, that's the problem. Like, I'd have to play this Heath and then this tracker's worse. But I think, like, I could Primal Command a... Let's see, what do I want to Primal Command? I know we want to Primal Command... And search a Storm Breath Dragon, right? That's what we want, so... Can we play Windswept? Yeah, because if I go for Chandra, it's also 2 red. I could go like for Chandra Courser, but not get the value. We're like super ahead, so like I am thinking here, and it's going to be annoying for our opponent, and I apologize to them. This is just not a very easy line. Because essentially we're trying to figure out how we like can guarantee to win. I think Chandra Tracker's powerful, but like Primal Command for sure buys a turn and we get Storm Breath. I'd rather Primal Command a land though, so that's probably the tiebreaker for me. So we're gonna play this Chandra and a Courser, I think, here. So Chandra. We could also play Tracker. Actually, Tracker's probably easier on the mana. We can't play a land from Courser, so I'm gonna just play the Tracker here. And I can attack through Wall of Omens pretty soon. I can't do Tracker Heath because we have Tracker Heath was impossible because I didn't have a second mountain. We drew Storm Breath, which was amazing here. I couldn't get the second red. This is a basic mountain. I have a Blood Moon in play. That's the whole reason we're winning this match. So that's why. Right. Let's see what we do here. It's okay. Don't worry. Like, it's really hard. Like, when you jump in a game, sometimes it can be hard to spot things. So 6... I might be wrong, too. Like, I've made a lot of mistakes over the last couple of days, so yeah. So we have 6, 8 mana. 8 mana is, like, Courser plus Storm Breath. But I'd rather have Courser plus Primal Command this turn. And I have enough green for that. So we're going to play Courser. Okay, we have Inferno Tide on top. Inferno Titan's interesting, because... Inferno Titan's interesting because it makes me not want to shuffle. So I'm probably going to put this on top and shuffle my opponent's graveyard. Oh, sorry. I have to untap a forest. So... Put target non-creature permanent and shuffle his or her graveyard. So we're going to put this island... Right. I know we're not getting a land off Courser, but I think that's okay. Right. So our opponent has to search for a Scanta, which is going to help them a bit, but that's okay. It can't flip into anything relevant. Oh, they kept on top? There's only like one card. Okay. Okay, we won. Yeah. Turns out Stone Rain is really powerful against a control deck. Like... So far, every deck that's impressed me played one of Spreading Seas or Stone Rain. Or Field of Ruin. So, I think people are, like, that's probably the constant in this modern format right now, is people are, like, stretching their mana as much as possible. Like, they're playing, like, people, like, unlike Legacy, where you play all 1s and 2s, because you know Wasteland's there, so you can't, like, afford these frees. And there's also Deathrite Shaman. Like, people are really constrained on mana, it seems, in Modern. Like, lands are important, so anything that's disrupting mana seems really powerful. But, like, I don't think you need, like, Blood Moon alone isn't enough. Like, Spreading Seas only works in Merfolk. Okay, so this hand, by the way... is a keep. I'm just thinking what we want to do turn 1, turn 2. Because if we go turn 1 Arbor Elf, the problem is we have a mountain, so yeah. Right, so we go Arbor Elf, then we hit Sprawl 1, then we untap Sprawl, we have 3 mana. I think Arbor Elf is better, but if we had a forest, it'd be perfect. Because then we could have Chandra on turn 2. We'll keep anyways. Because we're basically guaranteed to Chandra on turn 3. Stomping Ground. Okay, we're against... right, so we don't want to take too much incidental damage. And Stone Rain against this deck is unreal. But we don't have any. So, let me think here. If we go Utopia Sprawl, we don't have any Stone Rain effects, so I'm going to go for turn 1 Arbor Elf. And then hope we draw either a green source or a Stone Rain or a Blood Moon. Explore. Verdant. If they crack it now, our Arbor Elf isn't. Yeah, our Arbor Elf is dead. Yep. Yep, Arbor Elf dies. That was like the tough part, was like for Lightning Bolt, but we basically like sprawl anyway, so it's not a fundamental problem. Because like here, I can get a forest. Cast Sprawl on this. We want to add red, and then we want to play a Sprawl here, and that wants to add, I guess, red too. Actually, one second. Yeah, we'll do red. It's fine. We don't want to tell our opponent we have the basic amount. Okay, so our opponent got a lot of lands. Pretty fast here. So they're probably going to Primeval Titan very quickly. Next turn, we can Storm Breath them. We really need to hit like Blood Moon, not a Blood Moon or a Stone Rain effect quick. Utopia Sprawl isn't quite that. Let me think here. We could play Storm Breath this turn. If our opponent plays Scapeshift, we're not dead. Inferno Titan, our opponent has to block. Although they could just get Valakut in a mountain. That's the problem with all of this, is like whatever I play like now can easily die. So Sprawl, it like pays for itself. So we want to Sprawl here and paying green. And then we want to add green mana. Then we're going to play the Storm Breath Dragon. I could play Inferno, I guess. Is Inferno better? No, if this Monstrous is, it's really good. That might have been wrong, though. Summoner's Pact. Well, here comes prime time. We got really unlucky this game. We didn't draw a single Blood Moon, Molali, Acid Boss, or Stone Rain, which we run 11 copies of in our deck. Yes, they play Triangle Titan. It's possible I should have gotten Inferno Titan, but Inferno Titan would have died here. Yeah. Right, so 2 triggers kill Storm Breath Dragon, because that's what you should do. Like, now the only card that could save us here, really... Oh, they have another. Oh, yeah, we couldn't play Inferno. Blood Moon... Blood Moon's a start. Since we don't die, but... Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. Well, Blood Moon's a start. One second, we could... If I play... Is it better to play Chandra first? No, I guess not. Blood Moon... We want to just Blood Moon here. And then we'll play Chandra next turn. What? That's it? What the hell happened? I played one really relevant spell. That was it. Jeez. Okay, well, that was... I don't see what I need to sideboard in. I'm pretty sure this deck is already configured to beat big mana deck. So, I don't want a Braids. I don't want a Grudge. Anger's clearly awful. Fracturing Gust is bad. Like, Relic would replace a bad card. And you don't want Trinisphere, clearly. There's like, I guess on the play I would board in relics just to have cycling 2 because it's more powerful than some of the cards, but that's about it. I think we're just gonna resubmit. Our deck is like configured. We want to mulligan this hand. This is not great, but we'll keep. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so we have Acid Moss, which is great, so we're keeping that on top. Utopia Sprawl is great here. Right. So, Forest, Sprawl, Sack. We're gonna name red, and we're gonna pass. I know, like, they could have potentially won, so I'm not convinced by their scoop. Right, so here, let's see here. What's the best sequence? I think we just get a basic forest. And just play Sprawl on this, and that's it. Again, we want red. Right, and now we pass because we don't have any turn free play. No turn free play is a little unfortunate, but it's fine. We kept our hand as like that. Right, so now... Oh, we couldn't Stone Rain our opponent because they had two... Yeah. Right, so they fetch something. Right. Wow. Beast Within? Okay. I guess. There's not much I can do about it. We'll play this Stomping Ground tapped. And pass. I didn't really expect Beast Within. Valakut decks play like, what, 1 or 2 copies of that card? Okay, so we can kill this. It's actually tough. I could kill like Basic Forest, I guess is better to kill. Yeah, we're gonna kill this Basic Forest. So I'm gonna attack. And I'll kill the Basic Forest. Since if we draw Blood Moon, we... Okay, so... For ourselves, we'll get a Forest. We probably should get a Stomping Ground. Yeah. Yeah, then we can Chandra plus Acid Moss. I think our opponents... Our opponent said your deck is star, star, star. I think chat, everybody watching can kind of guess. So far, our star, star, star deck is Frio not having dropped a game. I don't know. Like... I think people need to... Like, this is the thing with Modern, right? Is like... Oh yeah, my deck definitely felt like at least 4 stars. I like that comment. That's great. Yeah, I feel like Modern is always a format you can attack. Yeah, you did. Somebody. Yeah, Real Kenna did tell me yesterday I was gonna 5-0 with this deck. We don't know yet. Let's not go too hasty, but yeah, like Modern's always a format where people are like, oh, you can't attack it or something, and like there's always an evolution that leads us to be attackable somehow. And right now that evolution is Stone Rain. It's ludicrous, of course, but. People like how, you know, like Tron is popular, so like for Tron to be popular you have to like not have much LD going around, and people have not been playing like Fulminator Mages and all these other cards that they should have been. So now this deck does well because, yeah, I mean every deck is greedy right now. It's not good against an aggressive deck. Like against an aggro deck, like Stone Rain is not where you want to be. But yeah. Tron is only popular when I'm not playing UR Moonbreach, yeah. Yeah, Tron is popular when I'm playing like mid-range decks. Then I face Tron all the time. Oh well. Wow, 1 minute 30, this is a while. We're 3-0, so maybe, yeah, probably a little harder for matchmaking. Okay, well, let's see how you do. We're on the draw. This deck seems much, much worse on the draw. Ooh, this hand is hard. We're on the draw, and this hand doesn't have mana disruption, but it has the equivalent of 4 lands. I don't know, I kind of like this hand. If we get, like, any land, it's really good. If we get, like... Our opponent Mulligan, I'm gonna keep this hand. It's very resilient, as long as our opponent doesn't have Spreading Seas. Spreading Seas would be awful. Yeah, that's fair, like there being more Aspire Bluff Canal and Botanical Sanctum make aggro decks worse, since the mana bases aren't fetch reliant. Affinity. Well, LD wouldn't be good against Affinity. So our opponent, by the way, bottomed the card. And we draw a land, which is great. Okay. We want to start with Bird, because it's it's not that easy to kill by Affinity. And Sprawls pay for themselves. So we want to start with Bird here. Right, still Overseer. We're probably gonna die to these Inkmoth Nexuses very fast. We have Stone Rain. Let me think. I think Stone Rain is pretty good this turn, along with 2 Sprawls. So let's get a Forest. Right, then we wanna add Sprawl here. And then add red. And then we want to float 2, add Sprawl here. Red is good. Let me think. I should have thought, like, I don't think I want Corsa this turn. I think I want to Stone Rain this Inkmoth Nexus, so our opponent can't develop. And we can, like, Storm Breath Dragon quickly. We're sprawling in. Oh my god. Well, yeah, but like... Yeah. Basic Island, okay. Yeah, we don't want to die too easily to this Nexus. Yeah. So we have 5 mana. Right. Is it possible testing Jeskai Ascendancy? Ever since Probe got banned, I am not going to test that deck. I think Probe was like basically the most important card. I mean, during the Cruise era, that card was the most important, but without like, I don't think Jeskai Ascendancy combo is that playable without Probe. Okay, so our opponent goes for Drum. Yeah, I mean, Stone Rain as a plan is never going to be great. So it could have been that I should have played Tracker or Corsair Crewfix here, but I did want to get rid of that Inkmoth Nexus at some point. Blood Moon. I could have done that though. Let's see, we have 5 mana. I think we want to Storm Breath and start the pressure. Even though it's not like a land, it's still pretty beefy here. Although it's bad against Galv Blast, so maybe this was wrong. Yeah. We'll know next turn if it was wrong if we draw a land or not. If we draw a land, then it was wrong. If we don't draw a land, then this play was fine. Right. So, our opponent has 2 Steel Overseers. Yeah. Oh, Dismember? Oh no, Vault Scourge. Right. Yeah, the problem is like these Steel Overseers are really gonna take over quickly. I need to find a way to deal with this board quickly. Right, so our opponent should... Yeah, like... we don't have disruption for this. That's the problem. Right, so our opponent activates Inkmoth Nexus and then double Steel Overseers. Yeah. This is really awkward, because now we can't race. I don't think this is too much of a problem, but yeah. Okay, so... What did Foothills? So it was an issue. So I shouldn't have... I should have played Corsair last turn. Okay. How are we winning this game? There's not many permanents in our deck that can deal with the current board. I could play Tracker and Corsair here. But I don't know where this is leading me. We're losing very fast to what's in front of us right now. I don't think I need to worry Frank Boff for another turn at least, right? Yeah. So, Tracker into Courser. We want to get a basic forest anyways, I'm pretty sure, so. Yep. Yeah, not having... That's one problem, is like, if what your opponent does is just bigger than you, then you're in trouble. And we don't have... We didn't draw, like, the anti-affinity cards quick enough, so we're gonna lose to this draw. Right. Courser. Bonfire? Yeah. I've definitely seen versions play Bonfire. Well, we're gonna attack, because we're never blocking here, so yeah. Yeah, I've definitely seen versions with Bonfire of the Damned. You can play like one or two, I guess. I don't have it. I think it's fine though. Right, so animate Nexus. Pump everything, attack with everything. Yeah. At least our Bird of Paradise is kind of a blocker, which is nice. Right, so you attack with a Lifelinker for sure, and you attack with the Infect Creature for sure. I approve of both of these. The Mendite not attacking is actually kind of interesting, since you can block the Tracker. I still might have to attack with Tracker into Mendite, because it's going to get bigger. Yeah, the aggro matchup's bad. So you just have to hope like you dodge every non-affinity aggro deck. Right, so we're going to draw Foothills, which is a bit awkward. And we're kind of committed to Blood Moon this turn. Well, we're definitely not committed to playing this Blood Moon off the top, though. So... yeah. I could have, like, drawn a card, but the Blood Moon is so bad, I don't, like, hear that I want to shuffle. We need to take risks. We're too far behind. The question is, do I want red mana? How much mana? I have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. A forest remains fine for now, but we might want red later. I think it's fine to get one mountain. Blood Moon, really? Of course. Right. So... right, we need to play Blood Moon this turn. There's no if or but about it. We could try to... attack for this Memnite with Tracker. Like, the Memnite is only going to get bigger. So, yeah. Right, we're going to draw the Blood Moon. Madcap Imperium. That might be good. I'm not sure, though. Right, so we have Chandra, which we unfortunately won't be able to cast. Let me think here. We can crack a clue since we kind of know. I'm not blocking the Vault Scourge this turn. The other play was to like the other play we should have considered was blocking the Ink Moth with Bird, Monstrous Scene Stormwrath to kill this, and then kind of take over from there. Yeah. As is though, we're in trouble now. I think that was a mistake. I should have done that. So we show him the second Blood Moon because clearly I want it to be foil rather than the white bordered one I showed him. That's just rad, of course. Okay, so it's kind of tough here because we can die too easily. Can I even attack? I think I can attack, but yeah. Oh. Ooh, I had T arrive. That was nice. I misplayed this turn horribly. What I should have done from the start was pass. Yeah, what my turn should have been from the start was pass. Block Bird on Ink Moth Nexus. And then Monstrous this, blocking Vault Scourge. So the dragon trades. And the bird dies. But then my opponent has 2 Overseers and a Memnite. So I could have attacked through them. Yeah, so then the Memnite and the Overseers are getting bigger every turn. But we might have a chance if we draw enough like PN Kirins and other such nonsense. As stands, we're dead, I think. Our opponent's considering it. If they have a Galvanic Blast, we lose here. Pretty much. They have a bunch of 5/5s. They can just untap though. Like, pretty sure they can untap and draw, but like, they could Galvanic Blast the tracker, and then we die. Like, we lose to Gal Blast anyways. I just accept this. Yes, I will side in a lot of cards. We have pre-board. This matchup's horrific. Post-board, it's okay, I think. But pre-board, this matchup is a joke in our opponent's favor. Okay. That's fine. This is as big as a Memnite, but costs like infinitely more. Right, so our opponent attacks with everything. We have to double chump, which is horrific. Yeah, we have to double chump. Right, we're 2. If they had Gal Blast, we lose anyway, so I'm not... Yeah, whatever, that's fine. Okay, so against them, we want definitely all of these. We don't want Blood Moon. Blood Moon's bad here. Acid Moss is too expensive. And Stone Rain is also awkward. So we board out the LD package, Primal Command. Primal Command's a little better because it can get rid of a plating or buy turn. And we want Trinispheres. Especially on the play. On the draw, I'm less convinced, but on the play for sure. And then that's it. It's actually that easy. Of course, you'll notice the great synergy between Anger of the Gods and Arbor Elf and Bird of Paradise, but yeah. Yeah, Blood Moon isn't like that bad against like the Nexuses. How many would we want then? I'm not even sure about Blood Moon, but it's okay. I guess Primal Command is not that great, so we can have 1 Blood Moon. Maybe a second one. Courser of Krufix is... Courser survives Anger, so... I guess the Colossi aren't so great, so yeah, we can do this. I think that's fine. Colossus isn't that great. I mean, we don't ever want to draw 2 Blood Moons, but they'd get rid of Nexus, and Nexus is like that problematic for us. I don't think like Chameleon Colossus was very good either, so I think that's fine. Like Chameleon Colossus is almost never really like it dies to like even Baloth is not that great, but it at least gains 4 life, so it's not irrelevant. So that part isn't irrelevant. Yeah. The Primal Command, the problem is it can't search like a Fracturing Gust style effect, so maybe like creature that had that would be good, but it only puts like it does like time walk them later in the game, but it's 5 mana, which is a lot. Even for this deck. Even post board. I think this is fine though. Yeah. Also, we get a lot of viewers in the last, like, 20 minutes, which is wonderful. Okay, so we're going to play first. Oh, wow. Well, Trinisphere and Ancient Grudge are super powerful. Like, this hand is insane against Affinity. If we draw 1 land, we get access to Trinisphere / Grudge. I'm going to keep this because any land is really good. Even a Mana Accelerant isn't that bad. And PN Kirin is also kind of unreal against them. So I'm going to keep this. Although it's pretty risky. Because we have like so much. Right, so Sprawl, pay green, and then we're going to name red. Of course this is like a super risky hand. We don't have that many lands in our deck, so yeah. Yeah, Signal Pest. Yeah, especially if our opponent goes Signal Pest. PN Kirin is great. Mox Opal, Springleaf Drum. Well, our opponent has all the mana they want, so Trinisphere is worse, but PN Kirin remains insane. What do I want to grudge here, if anything? I could grudge the Mox Opal. Grudging the Mox Opal isn't like that awful. If they have a second Mox Opal, it's bad, but... Actually, 1 second. I think with the way it's paid off and our hand, we're gonna like grudge actual spell. Like our opponent has tons of mana. I think grudging Opal's bad. We're just gonna pass and see what happens. I don't want to kill one of these Signal Pests. If I can possibly avoid it, because we have Pia. So it turns out like this moon would have been what? Like it would have been a creature we couldn't cast, a Chameleon Colossus. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we know they have Edge Champion, but the Thopters are very good against Edge Champion. Right, so this was like the reason to grudge Opal in case, but obviously here it's not paid off. Do we want to grudge anything end of turn? Let me think. I could like grudge Opal and Springleaf. I could kill a pest. It's because they didn't land drop, so they might have a second Opal though. I'm gonna start killing some artifacts. Drawing anger here is. I think, yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, killing the pest is fine. It's a bit awkward to draw anger, but okay. So, we want to kill a plating. Ravager. Ravager's super awkward here. I don't really want to use my grudge here. Let's see, if I anger... Yeah, let's not use the grudge. Oh, Jesus Christ. Well, we took a risk with this hand, but I think it was fine to keep. I want to kill a plating, basically, at this point. I just have to... Yeah, Ornithopter. Could also kill a Ravager. Ugh. Well, if I don't draw a land for anger, we'll lose. I think the matchup's bad pre-board, but it might be good post-board. Right. If we anger, our opponent's just gonna like use this Ravager, so we're kind of priced into killing it. Yeah. I could have done this pre-damage, I guess. It would have been probably one less. The PN Kirins are so good. Like if we draw like land, then we're still like in potential shape. Right, so Ornithopter's gone. What? Why? Why would you sack Edge Champion here? That is a very weird line. I'm pretty sure this is like the one creature you don't sack. I suspect my opponent misclicked. Right, so... Yeah, that was a misclick. There's no way my opponent did that. Okay, so now we basically have to anger away... Okay... First, if we can. Let me think here. Trinisphere... If we draw 1 mana accelerate, okay. Blood Moon doesn't give me extra red mana, so I guess we play Trinisphere here. Yeah, it's not great though. We need to draw a red for PN Kirin. Oh, my opponent's got Spell Pierce? Okay. Or Galp Blast? Ugh. Yeah, I mean, I don't have another Grudge. I have a Braid, but that's basically it. A Braid is like whatever. It's gonna kill Signal Pest, I'll be fine. So our opponent is gonna cast something here. Now I can't Chandra the Pest. What do you want me to do? Like, I can't like Anger. I had like Blood Moon or Trinisphere, those were the lines. And I'm pretty sure Blood Moon is worse than. Yeah, so our opponent's gonna attack. Yeah. I think our opponent should go for the 2-turn lethal. And they can Galp Blast us. They should, like, definitely put us to 4 because they can Galp Blast us later if they have one. Yeah, of course. Like, if I could have angered that turn, I would have angered. That would by far been, like, the right action. Right, no, just pump your creature. What? Why wouldn't... Oh, you need the mana? Sure. But now that gives me an out, right? If I draw red... Ugh, I really need to draw a Braid. Ugh. Okay. I don't think I can abrade a Steel Overseer. So what do I do here? I guess I just have to pass and let... I mean, we lose to Spell Pierce if I do that, though. Tells my opponent what they should do here. I don't want to lose to Spell Pierce randomly, so... We're gonna destroy this artifact. And then we're gonna hope to top deck Anger. Sorry, Red Source. Yeah. Yeah. Killing the Signal Pest here is correct, and I don't think we want to run into Spell Pierce. If our opponent has Spell Pierce, though, they would just... I think they should correctly pass. They have Galvanic Blast number 2. Not much I can do about that. Yeah, yeah, that was a bit of an unfortunate match. If we had drawn a land early enough for Trinisphere, our opponent would have still gone Edge Champion. Let me think. If we had drawn the land, they go like Trinisphere. Opponent still cast Edge Champion. Then it's a question of whether we can Anger or not. We could also, like, if we had drawn the land, we also had Grudge flashback. So the best line would actually, if I had actually drawn the land, the best line would have been to Grudge, flashback, kill the Opal and the Springleaf Drum. Then cast Trinisphere. I think that would have been the best line. Like, basically double Stone Rain our opponent, Trinisphere, and then just win. But we would have needed to draw a land, which we did not. So, yeah. I think it was a fine keep. We could have drawn a Mana Accelerant, but our opponent would have Galvanic Blasted, but it would have been like 4 less damage to our face. Come on, I have 1 basic mountain. I have 1. Well, we'll mulligan this anyways. This hand really wants an accelerant, but we have 2 draw steps. It's not the best, but I'll keep it and hope for this. Literal. That was the literal card I wanted. Mountain. Well, Mountain makes Blood Moon worse for obvious reasons. It's a bit weird that they went Mountain basic though. Let me think. Like whether I want to fetch here or just accept, or I think I want to fetch once at least, and then I can have the decision later. So we'll play Windswept Heath and get a basic forest for Sprawl. Right. They're on burn? If they're on burn, then Blood Moon would actually have been great on turn 2 because they're on burn. Blood Moon's not that bad against burn because you get Boros Charm and Lightning Helix. But our opponent probably has Idol on here. If they have Idol on, yeah, okay. I need to think this one carefully. I don't want Tracker to randomly die to Searing Blaze, but it's going to be very slow otherwise. I think I'm going to Blood Moon here. It cuts Lightning Helix and Boros Charm. Even though we take 2 damage. It looks bad, but... You know, since Burn is virtually mono-red. But at least it cuts some lands. Right. Another question is whether I want to play Tracker or not. I don't really want to like just randomly lose life. And Stormwrath Dragon is kind of beefy, so I'm gonna rather play Stormwrath Dragon and we can worry about this Tracker later. Stormwrath is actually nice because it allows us to race pretty fast. The nice card would be Obstinate Baloth. That would be a great card. Okay, so we got a 7. The question is, what does my opponent have? Because I can't really beat a lot of the draws. My opponent has like a bunch of Lightning Helixes and stuff. Let me think. Because if I attack, like if I attack here, then my opponent has 2 lightning, like has Skullcrack plus Lava Spike. That's enough. With the attack here, this puts me to yeah. If they have 1 effect, let me think here. If they have 1 effect, they don't have lands, so it's very unlikely that they have just like. I think we're dead anyways, but at least with free effects. Let's see. I think we play Storm Breath and don't attack here. But if we attack then, that allows them to play free spells at least because they're at 15. If they were like at 14, the attack would be better. Because then free spells would kill them. So I'm a fan here of just not attacking. Which isn't like optimal in my view, but at least it gives us like a chance to draw into Baloth. Skullcrack. So if we had drawn Baloth, it wouldn't have mattered. Okay. We also lose to like Searing Blaze plus something, but yeah, we're dead. Free Lightning Bolts, wow. Skullcrack, okay. Oh, yeah, we're dead. Not much we could do there. At all. Okay, so against red, the whole Blood Moon package, Stone Rain package is not very good for obvious reasons. Acid Moss. But not much else is good. Abrade is okay. Anger is okay, but not that great, honestly. This is not the matchup you want to face. I could just play 4 relics, like, to draw cards. It's not optimal, but there's, like, a number of cards I really want to draw my deck, and everything else is bad. Blood Moon isn't so bad. Yeah, I don't think Anger's good. What does burn board do normally? Trinisphere might be... Actually, Trinisphere is okay. It slows them down a lot. I could play Acid Moss. Stone Rain. Stone Rain on the play might be okay. Just because it kills something. I don't like Blood Moon, though. We could have 2 acid mosses, I guess. Yeah. Is there anything else in this deck that wouldn't be good? We just want like this section, these not idolonable cards. I think this is fine. We could like run acid moss. That's our plan. But over what? Yeah, like the Trinisphere LD plan is actually possibly quite strong, so... I guess we want to cut one of the least impact cards, so... Colossus, probably? We need a clock on them, though. I could cut a Tracker. Yeah, Tracker's fine. It's a lot easier to kill, and... yeah. Mulligan. No! Wow, a forest would be great in this hand. Ugh. Yeah. We have to mulligan this, sadly. I might have kept on the play, on the draw, but... yeah. So we keep this. We obviously want this. It's really awkward because we want to Utopia Sprawl turn 1, but Bailoff is so strong against Burn. Yeah, I think Bailoff is just too strong against Burn to not keep. Now I'm thinking about it, this being like Colossus probably better than Tracker, yeah. Well, they know Bailoff is coming. Right. So now we want to search a forest, cast Sprawl on this. Oh, we can name Red and then get a Stomping Ground, and that kind of does the trick. Right, okay. Let's see what they do. If they just pass, I'll probably cast Colossus. If they don't, then Bailoff is great. 1 second. I just want to make sure, like, because I can decide the card I draw. I also noticed that I don't have the land for Bailoff, but I think we have to keep and be a bit risky here. Right. Okay, we drew Foothills. So now I'm gonna fetch this Stomping Ground, tapped, and then yeah, and then we're gonna play Bailoff. We have more than enough red, so I can get a basic forest. We want to play this Bailoff while our opponent's tapped out. Right. It's a bit awkward, like, the way our hand played out, but yeah. So they're going to attack with everything here. And then we're going to have to Stone Rain that Vantage, I'm pretty sure. What is this? Path to Exile? Lava Spike? Okay. So here we want to kill a Swift Spear, and then I want to kill this Inspiring Vantage. Inferno Titan. Well, that's not a card I wanted here. So I die to Bolt, though, next turn if I don't play a creature here. So it's kind of awkward. What am I trying to beat? Like, my opponent, if my opponent's out as a land, that's pretty bad. Yeah, the way our hand played out was really awkward, because if one of these was not a fetch land, I could have Utopia Sprawled, Stone Rained my opponent's Vantage, and then like these Swift Spears would have been bad. Right, so... if I Stone Rain, I lose to any one mana burn spell or probably a land. Oh, that's a lot of outs over a lot of time. Chameleon Colossus beats multiple 2 manas, but not one. I could also draw into Primal Command at some point too. Okay, I think I have to go for Chameleon, but I don't like it here. Actually, I just figured out the best line. No, the best line wouldn't have worked. Sorry, I mean like the line I had in mind that wouldn't have worked. Okay, well we're dead. Since our opponent missed their land drop, they probably have all they need. I'm just gonna F6 here. Yeah, I think keeping the Stone Rain was correct. We just had a very unfortunate hand. Okay, so we got our play points in a chest. So I'm gonna play another league because it's pretty early, and there's quite a few people. So you seem interested by this deck, or like. So what first we're gonna do is we're gonna open our war chest. Fought hard for, which was worthless, since I think there's like this is a useless card and the rest are. So that was fine. Right. So we want to evolve this. The original deck. It's a bit awkward because we didn't really play graveyard decks. The original deck had Kitchen Finks, but I don't know if 2 Kitchen Finks is really gonna change much. It didn't have the main deck, it was in the board. I would be up for having a third Bailoff, I think. But not a Kitchen Finks, I think. Yeah, third Obstinate Bailoff would be good, and we can cut a Progenitus Relic. We just haven't faced graveyard decks. Right, so... honestly, I'm just gonna run it back. I thought the deck was... I really love these trackers, so... it didn't rely that much on Blood Moon. Remember, you have like Stone Raids and Acid Bosses, so like them getting basics isn't like so bad. Right, so we're gonna sign up again with the new version, which has just 1 card difference. So we went 3-2. I'm just gonna keep track of the score, like, from 3-2, since we have the same deck. So yeah, we lost pretty hard to the aggro matchups, which I guess I suspected, but... Right, let's play... By the way, I really appreciate everybody that's watching the stream right now. Thank you to everybody that's watching right now. You guys are awesome. Right, so let's play first. This hand is awkward because we're on the play, but we don't have a turn 1 accelerant, so it's very awkward. But we have Blood Moon and Stone Rains, which is a good plan, so we're going to keep on the strength of those. Stomping Ground tapped. Not having a 1-mana accelerant is awkward. But yeah. Thanks. Appreciate the good vibes. Plains? Okay, basic plains. What just happened? Or what's going on? Can someone tell me what's going on? I have not seen this card in a very long time. Is this Soul Sisters? Because if it is, this is awful. Martyr proc plays it. Like, that's the thing I'm thinking about, because that would be like the only deck that would make sense. I could get a Stomping Ground. I'd rather draw a card and figure it out since I'm likely to play a... Let me think. Do I want to... Did I join the Intermediate League? That might be a good question. No, Competitive Modern. Okay, like Stomping Ground is bad with Blood Moon, but I'm not going to play Blood Moon. Blood Moon is just a dead card, so I think I can get a Stomping Ground. Yeah, and then we're going to get a basic Forest and Stone Rain the Plains. Since I guess that's what we're supposed to do. Like, how would I know? This deck really needs land, so Blood Moon is bad, but the LD is incredible. Field of Ruin? Huh. Well, we're definitely gonna Stone Rain again here. I'm probably gonna Forest with this. Wait, do I want a Forest or Stomping Ground? I might Blood Moon at some point, because Field of Ruin and stuff like that aren't white cards. Alright, let's play Windswept Thief, and we're probably gonna get a forest later. I think this is a very well-named card for the current situation. False Hope sounds about right. Right. So now... I don't want a Blood Moon next turn. They didn't draw a land, so I want a Primal Command. Let's get a basic forest here. Right. I could also Chandra. Right, so... I think Storm Breath Dragon looks really good against this opponent. So we're going to get another basic. Put target non-creature permanent on top and search your library for a creature card. Chandra into Blood Moon? I guess that's fair. Chandra into Blood Moon? Let's see, if I do Chandra into Blood Moon, is that actually good? Then I can put a Plains on top, I guess? Yeah, that seems fine. And Chandra's really good. Yeah, I think that's fine. Deploying Chandra's better, you're right, you're right. Blood Moon. Right. Yeah, right now this is just Time Walk. Oh, great. Flagstones of Tarkir. That's just sad. Well, Kami of False Hope should attack Chandra. Right. Attacked me. Okay, well, we're gonna... Let's see. Let's see what we do here. Plus mana is not leading anywhere, so... I don't really want to kill this Kami right now. I'll just see what the top card is. If it's castable, I'll play it. Otherwise, yeah. Otherwise, I'll probably Primal Command. If I draw a land, then I get to do both P and... Do I want to cast Chameleon Colossus? No, I'd rather Time Walk my opponent. Storm Breath Dragon... Right, so our opponent's going to replay the land. This has to be Martyr. Right, you should have attacked Chandra last turn. Okay, I guess Acid Moss plus Trackers. No, we don't want to destroy any lands here. I was gonna play Pian Kirin and Tracker. Let's just add red, and then next turn we probably win. I don't think it really matters what we get here. We're just gonna ultimate Chandra eventually, and this is gonna be enough. Right, okay. I have not prepared for the Martyr matchup, so you're gonna have to bear with me on... Right. Blood Moon... We probably can cut one at least. Chameleon Colossus isn't very good against Martyr usually, I assume. Relic seems okay. It like stops some of the graveyard synergies. Trinisphere is... I think I'll board Trinisphere on the play. Let's see. Sacrifice an artifact, and this is whenever you sacrifice a clue. So yes, that interaction works. That's a really cool interaction. You can sack a clue to Pian Kirin Nalar, and then it grows the trackers. Hitsugo's second right? I don't think our opponent had that. I think Blood Moon's fine if they play Field of Ruin. They play mono white though. Like, we want to at least cut two. But it could, like, yeah. I guess they play, like... What is... I don't even know what Martyr plays. I gotta be honest with you. I haven't seen... Like, I assume, like, it just plays Squadron Hawks and garbage. Probably Probably don't want Bailoff. I just want more red cards. I think we need to kill... The only thing is I'll board in these Abrades. Because they're mono white, so there's a higher chance of artifacts. And I really want to make sure we kill Saren's Ascendant. Yeah. Yeah, but they're mono color, right? So Blood Moon is inherently worse. I'll board in... I don't think this sideboard plan is like the best. I'm just very unsure what I should put in. I think Trinisphere is good on the play. I'm less a fan of it on the draw. Yeah, I think 2 Blood Moons is okay because they have Field of Ruin and stuff. Like, these creatures are not very good because they normally have Path and stuff. We're gonna find out. Anchor might have been okay. I think it's correct to board some creature and removal in. Oh, this hand's awful. We're mulliganing this. Mulligan. But keep. Tracker's kind of exactly what we want. Tracker's weird, because we kind of want Tracker with the way our hand here is. Because it's a turn free play. But we really need the land for the Acid Moss and the Pia. I still like the Tracker here. Actually, I really like the Tracker, but only if we can guarantee... What do we need? A land in the next 2 draws, right? Because we draw Tracker... then we draw a random card, and then we draw another random card. I think I'll keep Tracker. 2, like, a random land is quite possible. We could also, like, abrade. Yeah, this is getting... Oh, we can't abrade this. We don't have time, damn it. Right, so we're gonna name red, and we're gonna lose to this, and that's it. They're gonna play Martyr, and then we lose. I really have to kill this Saracen, though. And now I really need the land for Tracker. Okay. This is kind of interesting. Oh, they played a Mistveiled Plains, okay. I was like, did they miss the land drop? No. I definitely can't beat 2 Sarah Ascendants. The question is, do I run a Relic as well this turn? I think so. We have to develop a lot faster. And PN, like, this being a 6/6 is a problem. So I'm gonna abrade. And then pay 2 life for this Relic, which is very awkward, but yeah. And then we're just gonna remove that from their graveyard so they can't do anything. Okay, then we pass. But yeah, keeping the Tracker was maybe greedy. Okay, we lose to this. Yeah, the 6/6 flyer with Lifelink is... We now need to get aggressively towards a Stormbreath Dragon. We really need a land too. Right, so we know our opponent's hand though. Wrath of God, Sun Titan, okay. Arbor Elf is good here. Yeah, keeping the Tracker was maybe... Actually, we had a Braid for Sarah Ascendant, so... I think it was fine. Our opponent has Squadron Hawk, so they're probably gonna like go for Squadron Hawk shenanigans. Let's see. I kind of want to draw a card just in case. We're gonna do it floating the red mana. Yeah. Okay, so just in case we draw a Sprawl. Okay, we didn't draw a Sprawl. Yeah, play this and pass. Next turn, we're forced to PN Kiran Nalaar, which buys us 2 turns at least. It's not so bad. And our opponent's gonna Squadron Hawk. If we draw Stormbreath Dragon at any point, we're in we're in good shape. Mirror the Skyrune. Turns out Blood Moon might actually be pretty okay. Like, if you like look at this situation, Blood Moon would have been totally fine. But yeah, the double Sarah Ascendant plus Martyr is bad for us. Okay, so we drew a land. We have access to 4, 5, 6 mana, but unfortunately we have to PN Kiran Nalaar this turn. which is unfortunate, but yeah, we have to, otherwise we die, so it's not really close as the decision goes. And we pass. And then next turn, we have to... Ugh. I really need to draw into Storm Breath Dragon to have a shot. We're at 5 as well, so this Squadron Hawk is going to be a problem. These Squadron Hawks are going to be a problem down the line. Right, so decline to die. Squadron Hawk, sure. Braid. Let me think. We have access to 6 mana. Acid Moss would... oh no, Acid Moss doesn't do it because it comes into play tapped. Let me think here. A Braid is not going to do it because this is a 6/6. Dear God. This is actually a really hard one. I mean, I can, like, sack the Fopter to kill a Squadron Hawk, which I probably am forced to do. Eldritch Ponza? Yeah, maybe another time. Okay, so what's going to be the most efficient here? I might have to abrade a Hawk, but that's not leading us anywhere. Let me think. If we play... This is really hard. Like, I think sacrificing the Fopter is correct. So the question is, do I want Blood Moon or Tracker? Because I don't think we want a Braid. Let me think. If we... 6 mana, so if I draw land, go to 7, I can crack the clue and hopefully draw into Storm Breath. So I think it's better to do Tracker as a result. Yeah, it's better to play Tracker this turn, because if I draw a land, then I can at least... Yeah, that's right. Tracker's correct. I might as well attack, since this doesn't have flying. Yeah, Tracker's the right line, because it gives us a redraw with a land. Like, it gives us the chance to draw into Storm Breath Dragon. And then with Storm Breath, we have a chance. Field of Ruin? Oh, they have Path? Okay, well. That's gonna be good enough. Because of Squadron Hawk, Anger's a little better. Trinisphere I don't think is that good. Colossus and Baloffs I don't think are that great. Abraid's fine, especially on the draw, on the play. Anger hurts me as much as it hurts them, though. But I really like at least having access to maybe 2 of them. Actually, Trinisphere on the play. The problem is they have a lot of 1s, I guess. But then what did I board out? Like, Anchor can be nice just because of the exile clause. And they also, like, they have a lot of 3s and 6s, and Squadron Hawk costing 3 isn't that much. Probably this Primal Command. I think Relic is okay. I like access to 1 Anger. Especially Blood Moon and Trinisphere aren't, you know. Like, I would board out the Blood... If I boarded into Trinispheres, then I would have to board out the Blood Moon, since the 2 don't really synergize that well. Since with Blood Moon, you're trying to kill specific lands, and with Trinisphere, you're trying to kill anything. Yeah, I think the Trinispheres are fine. Yeah, we'll keep like this, I guess. Yeah. Yes. Birds of Paradise, Stone Rain. Keep. Birds of Paradise, Stone Rain, Abrade. Right, so bird. Wow, I've hit my record number of views just now. We're at 106. That's actually my all-time record, so thank you so much, everybody. Okay, now we lost 12. Oh, well played. We were there for like the shortest period of time. Also, this is awkward, I guess. This Flagstones. Piving Needle. Chandra? We have a Braids. It's not so bad. We can't get this Flagstone, sadly. But yeah. What did they name? Chandra's like the only card they've seen where this is relevant, right? I mean, you could... If they name Wooded Foothills, I'm gonna like wonder what's going on. Yeah, Chandra, okay. Well, the good news is we have a Braid, so we're gonna ship and then we're gonna braid this Piving Needle most likely. Since having Chandra up would be incredible. Okay. Ghost Quarter. Okay, if I don't hit my land for Chandra, then abrading this is bad, but... We have 2 Chandras. I really need to... I think it's totally fine to try and get there. And then we can get a Stomping Ground, I guess. Draw for the land. Oh, we can't even Stomping Ground because they have Ghost Quarter. Oh, this is brutal. I mean... What am I talking about? Oh yeah, they can Ghost Quarter their own Flagstones. Yeah, so we have to ship here. That was awkward. But we had to kill the Pivy Needle. Our opponent still needs Martyr. And our opponent's hand was really good in Stone Rain. Very bad against Blood Moon. Turns out if this Stone Rain was Blood Moon, our opponent was dead. No, if I Stone Rain the Ghost Quarter, they crack their own Flagstones. So, they literally lose nothing. Right, Field of Ruin. Yeah, and now our Chandra is in trouble, potentially. Alright, let's try there. We could Stone Rain the Field of Ruin, though. Yeah, Stone Rain the Field of Ruin is probably good here. Should we have fetch on our turn? We were gonna get a Stomping Ground, so I didn't want to just randomly take 2 damage for no reason. That's why. Right. Not hitting our land drop here has been brutal. I mean, we have to keep. It's just like our opponent's hand lined up super well because they had Flagstones against Stone Rain. They had Needle against, like, we played 2 Chandras, so like that was really unfortunate. Because we had to braid, because the way our hand was. Wow, our opponent has double Ghost Quarter. Dear God. Right, so... Opponent's down to 4 cards, though, so that's kind of okay for us. But yeah. It turned out if this, like, Stone Rain was Blood Moon, we would have, like, insta-won. Which is really funny. Like, it would have been instant. Like... They go Needle, we go, like, Blood Moon, and then they can't do anything. So we eventually get there, which would have been really funny. I don't think it's correct against, like, basically a mono-white deck, but yeah. Trinisphere would have been very good, too, to be fair, so... I don't think it's correct. Okay. I could run the Trinisphere out, at least it stops the Martyr. The Tracker does block these. Let me think. I really need to, at some point, be careful about these Serra Defendants, but I think a Trinisphere is fine here. I could have also played Tracker to defend the Chandra next turn, but I'm okay trading 1 Chandra for a one Serra Ascendant. Right, so pass. Yeah, Trinisphere isn't the best here. Not hitting our land drop has been very painful. We kept the 2-lander and didn't draw one for a few turns now. Like, it's also like this Stone Rain was bad against Black Stones. Any other white land in the deck, we would have Stone Rain and been really far ahead. Okay, it's fine. Like, I'm playing Ponza, like, I'm gonna lose to some random stuff like this from time to time. Okay. Take the damage. Opponent hasn't missed a land drop yet. Oh, okay, they'll miss the land drop. Right, so now the question is, do I Chandra away one of these, or do I PN Kirin? I could also Chandra and like work towards Inferno Titan. I think that's fine. Chandra plus... Oh yeah, Chandra plus also deals them 2. And I really want to get this Inferno Titan. No. Right. So hopefully they don't have... Martyr's what? 1 to sacrifice, right? So hopefully they don't have land Martyr. But they would have played Martyr, so... Yeah, this is much better. With this Inferno Titan. If we cast Inferno Titan here, we're in insane shape. They should attack the Chandra, most likely. I don't think attacking my life total is going to really change too much. Right, Chandra gets attacked. It's a good sign. And then we're going to cast this Inferno Titan. We have spare mana, I guess. Not that it matters much. Right, so... Plus, add some mana. I think it's pretty clear our opponent has a Path to Exile, which they'll cast at some point, but it's fine. Okay. And then we're good to pass. They might also have a Wrath of God, but I'm kind of okay with that. Okay, Emiria. This needs 7 planes, jeez. They should path on upkeep if they have it. I guess they could... What else? Disenchant. Disenchant Trinisphere. Okay, that's bad for us. Alright, the Disenchant Trinisphere. Like, that's what it is. Okay, we can Relic away the Serra Ascendants, which is nice. Let's see, how much mana do we have? 5, 6, 7 potentially? I don't want to run into Wrath. I can just plus here and see what happens. That might be okay. Like, plus a card. Since I don't really want to run. Yeah. No, I know. Like, what I mean, though, is, like, you either want Trinisphere or Blood Moon. I don't think you want both. You want one or the other. Yeah, the Relic also costs 1. They could have waited a bit. Right. So... Deal 14 with Titan. I don't want to cast another creature, but I kind of want to see what cards are there, so we're going to exile the top card since... I guess Tracker is okay, since it's from the top, so I'll cast it. Right. If my opponent Wraths, it's not the end of the world. Then we want to exile all graveyards, draw a card, Arbor Elf, okay. They most likely have a Wrath in hand. But that's okay. Maybe my opponent's playing Emiria not for this matchup. What is this? Wrath of God, right? Yeah, sure. Stormbreath Dragon's really good here. Then we play Arbor Elf and swing. They need another Wrath to just deal with this Arbor Elf. Sorry, this Stormbreath. His Arbor Elf is not a problem. We play Arbor Elf out because if it gets Wrathed in the process, it's not the end of the world. And it allows us to ultimate the Stormbreath Dragon, so if they don't have Wrath, we win. They have to have like a Wrath of God effect, I guess, yeah. Because, like, yeah, like, our opponent loses. Okay. Stormbreath Dragon's unreal if they don't have it. Okay, so... 4-2! Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, play League Match. That was a... Why does Albrecht not Exalted? Because not every card is as busted as Noble Hierarch. Okay. Join match. Then you're... Yeah. We'll play first. Yes. Oh, this hand's awful. Okay, we're gonna keep this. Arbor Elf, we definitely don't need you. We want action. Let's see. If we draw an Utopia Sprawl, then we can cast Chandra, so it's better to cast Arbor Elf on turn 1 here. Gonna need a basic forest. It does like not disguise our deck, but I'd rather like play the most obvious like rhythm as possible, because our opponent's always gonna kill our turn 1 mana creature if they can. There's no world where they don't do that if like, yeah. So Tireless Tracker is interesting. I could play Tracker. Birds of Paradise is very good here though. I think I'd rather like ensure I have more mana, so I'm gonna attack with Arbor Elf. And then we're gonna play a Birds of Paradise. And a tap Stomping Ground. Yeah. I'd rather get my mana online quicker than my tracker. It's a bit, yeah. Okay, Mountain, Bolt. We're against Burn again? Oh my god. Well, at least we have Chandra to deal with Eidolon, so that's not so bad. Or Goblin Guide. I will... Rift Bolt? Okay. What did we get? We got Arbor Elf revealed? Ugh. That's like one of the worst possible ones, since it's not a land, but it's not a high impact spell either. We want to Chandra kill this. Let me think. Do I want to Chandra kill that? Could also play Tireless Tracker and Arbor Elf this turn into Inferno Titan. I don't really want to... Yeah, I think Chandra's fine though. Oh, sorry, I have to... Yeah, we'll Chandra minus here. If they kill my Chandra, it's a bit awkward, but it's not the end of the world. Like, I mean, if they kill it with like what's it called? A Monastery Swift Spear. If they kill it with like a actual spell, it's okay. Monastery Swift Spear is the only one that, like, maybe Goblin Guide is also awkward. Searing Blaze, you should kill Chandra. Wow, that is some disrespect. Well, I guess if we're drawing like that, I would also not kill Chandra. Okay. And I guess we're dead, since that's what's going on. We're gonna add 2. Pay this Tracker. Play this Arbor Elf. If our opponent has lethal, then they have lethal. There's just nothing I can do. Right. We've taken minimum damage. Sure. Go to 5 and then we're dead. No? Okay. We're gonna exile the top card because if we're lucky enough to get a Baloth, then I want to cast it. We have green. Okay, so we exile the forest. Sure. Well, 1 second. We're essentially dead. At least, yeah, we're dead. Like, The only way we win here is if our opponent has, like, total air. Like, we win with Inferno Titan next turn, so... If our opponent has air, we have a shot. But, yeah. End of turn Boltus. Well, they played a Bolt. Fetch end of turn. They still have, like, 1 or 2 Searing Blazes, right? So... This is risky. Oh, 4 damage? Yeah, there's no risk. Searing Blaze kills us. We're dead. Dang. This is not a good matchup. Okay. Against them, we want to go for the Trinisphere plan. And we want a Bailoff and a Braids. We don't like... we can cut at least a tracker, and we can cut 2 trackers. They're a lot less good post-board. We don't really have time for them, so... I don't like Anger since it hurts us so much, and otherwise we're fine. Right. So our plan is to, like, Trinisphere them, and then, like, just Stone Rain and Acid Moss. And then cast some Bailoffs, and hope that's good enough. This is a really bad matchup, though. Like, super, super bad. It's especially bad, like... to face Burn twice. I haven't faced Burn that much, so facing it with this deck is bad. I think Burn's well positioned though, so for what it's worth. I don't like the deck, but it is well positioned. Right, so we have like a chance to win this game, but game 3 is gonna be really hard. This canned. A Braid is nice because it gives us some early game defense, but this hand is very slow. It's got Trinisphere, which is really good, and Colossus isn't that bad, but I'm not a fan of this hand. The only good part about it is like their Braid. Blood Moon is okay. Like, I think you go for Blood Moon or Trinisphere plus LD. I'm gonna keep because I think Trinisphere is really good against them. And we have a Braid for an early creature. I want to see how good this Trinisphere is gonna be. Like, if they have to cast like free mana stuff, it's fine. Okay, so don't pay life. Yeah, not having a Sprawl or anything here is awkward. Okay, turn 1 Riftbolt or... yeah, Trinisphere is good against Riftbolt too. Goblin Guide? Ugh. Ay, 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 ay. Course of Krufix is okay. Right, so... I gotta play Wooded Foothills so my opponent doesn't know what I'm drawing, but I pretty much have to sack it even if it's a Bailoff. Swiftspear. Wow, this fight. We're probably killing the Swiftspear here. Trinisphere? Okay, well, we don't want that. So we're gonna get a basic... 1 second. Do we want a basic forest or a mountain here? We might need double red for Inferno down the line, and I already have it. And we don't have Blood Moon, right? Yeah, so mountain's probably better here. Yes. Okay. So, and then we abrade the... Wait, 1 second. We could abrade the Swiftspear or the Goblin Guide. I think the Swiftspear is the more dangerous card. Right. Then we cast this Trinisphere. This is like the worst draw in this scenario here. Right. And now... if they don't have a land, then we're in insane shape. They have a land. I'm gonna actively Stone Rain here, but yeah. Okay. 1 second. Let me skip this. What did we draw? Stormbreath Dragon? Jesus Christ. Okay. Do we have a land? No, we have not a land. Well, we're blocking for sure. Searing Blood, okay. We're dead. Come on. Should I have kept this hand? It had a Braid Trinisphere. If I had like a land off this Courser, I probably would have been in good shape. I think the keep was like debatable, but fine. Like, yeah. If they also didn't have a third land, then you just win off the Trinisphere. That, yeah, whatever. I think it's fine. The keep was maybe a bit risky, but I think it was fine because like a Braid plus Trinisphere, if they don't have a land, like you're in insane shape, and like their best hands don't have that land. So yeah, the draws were pretty bad. Like we could have like drawn, like I guess the Goblin guy could have given us a land. That would have been a good start. Because then like with the Courser, we would have gained a life, at least. Like also like if we draw a Stone Rain, then our opponent can't cast anything, and we are in good shape. Yeah. Okay, that's fine. This hand is stone cold nuts. Shame we're on the draw. On the play, this hand would be like the stone colds. Okay, we're gonna keep, and then we're gonna Stone Rain or Blood Moon, whatever makes sense. Okay, our opponent's mulling in at 5, so that's really good for us. They keep and they bottom. Okay, we're in like insane shape no matter. Right, so Heath Sprawl, Forest, and get red. Right, and hopefully they don't have Spreading Seas. If they have Spreading Seas, we lose. Well, we're in really rough shape if they have Spreading Seas. Okay. So here, do I just go for Blood Moon? I guess so. Like, at least it makes them sack their lands if they have a counterspell. They gave basics, it's fine. It's a good natural play. Yes. I don't think Burn is that bad a deck right now. Yeah, our opponent's getting basics. That's fine. But like Blood Moon will shut down any future problems. I also noticed I screwed that up. I should have probably sacked the Foothills. That's fine, actually. I need double red at some point. Okay, so Tireless Tracker. Now we're gonna shut down the green mana quickly. Yeah, we're gonna shut down this forest. We're gonna get a forest ourselves. And then we're gonna shut off the plains. Oh, okay, Asset Moss. Really? True, the other basic? Jeez, and they have Tracker too. Wow, that is some draw when you mulligans. Okay, let me think. That was very unfortunate. Like, them having the second basic forest in hand? Okay, if I play PN Kirin Nalar, I can at least kill one of these. Like, I force my opponent. I really need to kill these trackers if I want to win, so... Yeah, and that makes our opponent... Yeah, okay, we'll play this. I could have Stone Rained, I guess, here, a forest. I think that's fine, too. Yeah, maybe Stone Raining the plains or the forest, but I didn't want to, like, just take a hit for, like, A tier. Yeah. Yeah, if we were on the play, our hand was totally unreal, but, yeah. Yeah, obviously, sack and draw a card. Here, I am happy with quad blocking, like, trip blocking one of the trackers. Selfless Spirit. Okay, well, I'm less likely to do that now. Let me think. Let's see. Actually, I could double block and it kills a Selfless Spirit. Like this, yeah. Opponent's hand is, like, insane for like, the situation. Like, the basics plus the trackers, yeah. Okay. Right, so we can play this. So this turn we can play Tracker and Stone Rain, but they have 2 clues. I think Tracker and Stone Rain is okay if our opponent doesn't have another land, since they can't sack both. Otherwise, we can just block. Yeah, I think that's fine. Right, so we're going to play Tracker. Right, and then we're going to Stone Rain our opponents. We can Stone Rain their Plains and our Forest. Plains gets them path, but I don't really care, I think, about path. I'd rather... I think they have more... There are more chances to have green mana. I don't want them to draw a... what's it called? Noble Hierarch and play it. Okay. Okay, so far this has been more awkward than it should have been. Okay, they have a second clue. Damn it. Now I'm kind of forced to chump block too. Right. Because they can double sack, so yeah. We're going to chump block here. Not die. This has been a very unfortunate game. Like, our opponent's hand lined up insanely well against ours. Yeah. It's actually kind of unreal when I think about it. Okay. So, how much mana do we have? We have access to 6. Ugh. Well, I guess we could crack the clue since that's kind of free. Chandra. Yeah, Chandra would have been good a little earlier. I would have happily just killed the Tracker. Let me think here. They have so many clues. This is really awkward. Let me think. I have to double block both. I have to block both, so I kind of am locked into this P and Cure and Nalar. I'm gonna try to kill one of the Trackers if I can. Oh my god. Jeez. Honey. Ugh. Opponent's hand's been unreal. Like the everything about it. Oh my god. They're 8/7s. And they're trying to draw into the path. Okay. Well, I mean, we're definitely trying to kill one of the Trackers. And then from the next turn onwards, we're forced to block all the time. Let's see, this would be 6, 7, yeah. If our opponent has a path, this is just violent. Okay. Okay, so we can go... We have how much mana? 4, 5, 6. So I can go Chandra into Colossus, and then Chandra can maybe help me get something, so... right. And then add mana for Colossus. I mean, our opponent's hand lined up insanely well against us because they had double Tracker. They flooded out, which was really good against our LD plan. And they also drew Selfless Spirit and got to attack for a lot. Right. And they like, if you look at the number of lands they're drawing, it's actually insane with it was insane with Tracker. Like, I know they're, like, now they should have an unending glut of lands. Okay, we lose. Man, that was very frustrating. Right, our opponent's probably on, like, the Value Collected Company deck. Because that deck plays Trackers. That deck is very weak to Grudge. We want to Braids. Trinisphere isn't that good against that deck since it plays Collected Company and a bunch of freeze. Relic would probably be good. They can get a lot of basics. But I still like at least free Blood Moons, because it cuts a lot of their utility lands, and they only run Knight of the Reliquary. Against them, Baloth is pretty bad, Colossus is pretty bad, Primal Command is pretty bad. Stormbreath Dragon's okay, Inferno Titan's obviously great. So, on the play, I'll keep Chandra, I'm not sure on the draw. They also like have a bunch of mana accelerants. So, let's see. Because we're boarding in Anger, I'm going to board out the birds. Since I don't want to, like, lose my own creatures. So we're going to go with this. That was just a very, very unfortunate game of Magic. Like, because they needed both Trackers, because one wouldn't have done it. Because the clock, like, the number of clues from one wouldn't have allowed it to grow out of control. They needed like to draw the second basic forest to cast the second tracker. And then yeah, there was like a lot going on there that was pretty unfortunate for us. We were on the draw, like on the play, our hand was probably unbeatable there, since their opponents forced to fetch from Blood Moon, and then you have Stone Rain, and yeah, so it was really unfortunate. Like for like the perspective of our opponent mulled to 5. Like obviously, like keep that in mind. Birds contributes double red. We can just fetch a little more aggressively Stomping Ground. We are boarding Anger. Our Elf of Utopia Sprawl is so good though. Okay, I don't know. We can try keeping one, but I really like our Elf of Utopia Sprawl. I think that combo is super unreal. Yeah, it's gonna be hard to mana deny our opponents since they're on. The best way to mana deny them is, yeah, probably Blood Moon. Okay, this hand on the is really awkward. We needed a 1 mana accelerate for this card to be good. I'm not really happy keeping this. I don't think this beats them. This is not good, but at least has the 1 mana. We have enough accelerants. We want like we have the accelerant. We want just action here. Oh, sorry, red. Yeah. I guess our first hand had Blood Moon double Stone Rain, so maybe it was a keep, but not having the turn 1 made that hand pretty awkward. Yeah, but if they like even went for a Noble Hierarch, it would have been bad for us. Birds of Paradise, sure. If it had Anger instead of Tracker, okay, so we have Anger, which is great. Let me think here. We're never playing a 1 mana creature here, so. I really want to fetch Stomping Ground here, but we have Utopia Sprawl. I guess I can just sack the Relic now. Not that big of an issue, I guess. Yeah, we'll play the Relic and sack it now. Right, so Anger, play Heath, and we'll get Stomping Ground. Anger is really good here. I'm gonna hope my opponent develops pretty aggressively, like a 1 and a 2. It's pretty bad if they go for Selfless Spirit, but it seems unlikely that they're gonna cast Selfless Spirit this early. Cracking the Relic to draw a card is also a bit awkward, but I think it's fine here. Right, Kazali Pride Mage. Oh, they can kill the Sprawl. Okay. Stomping Ground. No. This is it. I don't really want to anger a bird, so I'm just gonna play Wooded Foothills and pass. Guess Pride Mage is fine. Like sometimes it gets Sprawl. I guess it gets Blood Moon too, which is important. Yeah, Knight of the Reliquary and Ranu Map Excavator, but Relic at least draws a card, and like the cards we're boarding out are not like that bad, that important. Like I don't really want Chameleon Colossus against a deck with Path, and Baloth is also pretty mediocre. So like those creatures like are just not very good. I'd rather try and interact with my opponent's mana base. So here they should pass and collect the company rather than cast a bunch of crap. Well, 1 second. Okay. Right, so get Stomping Ground tapped. Our opponent Blood Moon is really interesting here. Yeah, we'll still play it. Even though they have green. At least it cuts like them getting a fetch land. They could have Spell Queller in their deck, but then that's actually better, I think, here. I think they're playing, like, they're either playing the green-white deck or Spell Queller version. Hopefully they don't have Selfless Spirit from this Coco. We do have 2 Anger, so it's not so bad, but yeah. Right. Tireless Tracker. Yeah. Oh, come on, Tireless. Come on, Selfless Spirit and Tireless. Ugh, that's really bad. Yeah, so now they play... Okay, we at least stopped the Township, which would have been really awful for us. Okay, what... Whoa, what is this? Wow, this is a lot of mana. This is too... Jesus. Yeah, they're on the Nightfall deck. Well, we're not beating this. Yay. Well, Acid Moss is a little late. I mean, I have to cast the first Anger. Our opponent's gonna, like, sack their Selfless Spirit, of course. Yeah, it just feels like creature decks like this are super hard to beat. We're just not facing enough of the Tron and blue-white decks that we really want to beat, or the mid-range ones. This is going to crush us. We're dead next turn, for what it's worth. Yeah. I guess I could have, like, angered the bird, but we didn't have the Blood Moon at the time. Maybe that's where it all went wrong. Maybe I should have, like, angered just the Birds of Paradise. If I had angered the Bird of Paradise, then my opponent can't Coco. Then I can play this Blood Moon and this Nissa never comes down. And then my opponent collected companies because they have the mana for Selfless Spirit and Tireless. Then they have Tireless going with no answer. Yeah, I guess I should have just angered the bird away, since it probably like bought me a turn. Right, well, this is gonna kill us kind of no matter what here. I guess technically we could draw Pia and Kiran Nalaar to survive. We would die pretty fast, but yeah. Oh man, it's in Trim and Gucci. Yeah. Well, this clue kills us. Yeah, we're just being attacked from many different fronts. Yeah, that matchup seems awful. We did get a bit unfortunate. Game 1 we got really unfortunate, but yeah. Okay, let's move on. Yeah, it seems like aggro creature decks are like super hard to beat. Like really, really hard. We've faced like Affinity twice. Nightfall, Burn twice. No, we faced Affinity once. And like all those matchups have felt super awful. And every other matchup's felt insane. Like the second they're trying to play Snapcaster Mage style deck, then it's insane, but these creature matchups are starting to get really tiring. I mean, yesterday I faced like 6 or something Snapcaster decks. I think if like that was my matchup, like stuff today, then yeah. I don't know if this deck that bad. I think there's potential in this deck. It looks bad because it doesn't look like there's like fundamental decisions, but we'll keep this hand though. It's really oh, we're on the draw. I'm definitely keeping. I know like the bird is vulnerable and then our hand's a bit weak, but if our opponent malts this 6, yeah. They mulligan the 5. I'm looking forward to losing another mult to 5. Oh, the 4? Okay. The 3! Jesus! What are they on? Bottom. Okay, what is this? Am I closer to figuring out the best deck in Modern? Oh, this is Tron? Okay, this should be easy. I don't know what the best deck in Modern is, but so far, Spreading Seas has been awesome. So the plan for the streams is I usually do... I do at least one comp league with every deck. That is like minimum. No matter what, I will do at least one competitive league. However, I will basically do a second league depending on time. Sometimes like the first league was super fast, or I like the deck, or I feel like the deck has potential. Maybe I don't like it, but yeah. Okay, so Stomping Ground. I don't want to Acid Moss here since we're against Tron. I'd rather just play a Chameleon Colossus here and start putting pressure. But yeah. Yeah, so that's usually what happens. And I don't change decks during a stream. I'll like play a different one the next day, but yeah. Okay, so now we're basically rocking this. We know they're on Tron because Llanowar Waste and Relic is a pretty unique configuration. Right. Then we Acid Moss this since that looks great. And they concede. Right. Okay, so they're on Tron. I'm gonna just assume they're on Tron. I guess Ancient Grudge is okay. Oh, I would just win the match. They're just... Okay. This matchup is so bad for Tron that our opponent didn't bother to check. So, if Tron's in your metagame, I would probably say that the deck I'm playing is good. But yeah. Yeah, I don't change during the day. But like for people who are interested in just popping in and don't really know what's going on necessarily, I'm playing like 30 modern decks in 30 days. Each day it's a different deck. The schedule is in my stream description. So, yeah, you can check that at any time, and yeah. This hand is not good on the draw, and they mulliganed. Unless we face Liliana, this hand is bad, so I'm gonna mulligan. This hand is awkward, but we can at least keep some action. Yeah. This is action. It's not the best action, it's pretty conditional, but I like keeping it here. Okay, that was wrong. We're against Tron, and we have none of our defenses. Right, well... It could be like I should aggressively try to get a Stone Rain because of PN Kirinalar, but yeah. I don't know. Right, our opponent's gonna like play a second Tron piece. Ancient Stirrings. Blooming Marsh. Okay, that's Ancient Stirrings, right? Why wouldn't you Ancient Stirrings before playing Blooming Marsh? Like now you can't hit Tron on turn 3, which is like what you would want. Even if you have Ancient Stirrings, like you should just like Stirrings first with the green mana you have. It's a total freebie. Oblivion Stone. Okay. Yeah, this Baloth is awful, but I think it was like fine to keep it, just a bit unfortunate. Tireless Tracker is good here because it at least allows us to do something. What the fuck? Please no links that I don't like. Please no random links in the chat. It might have come from a good intention, but that was, you know, like, yeah. Okay. So here, our opponent is gonna get mine and can Oblivion Stone next turn. So we really need to draw. We're gonna like get some clues out and try to crush Tron next turn. Right. So we play Wooded Foothills, investigate, crack Foothills, get a clue now. Investigate. Then we'll crack this. Draw a card. We might as well hit for 5. And we get Blood Moon next turn, but if our opponent has Oblivion Stone, that's kind of awkward. But at least, like, yeah, actually, this isn't so bad. And we have Acid Moss as well, so we're okay. We can choose depending what our opponent does. If they have Ugin, this is going to be awkward. Ugin's, like, pretty... Actually, yeah, Ugin's pretty GG. Ancient Stirrings is a good sign for us, since it means they can't Oblivion Stone. So mine. Ugin. Okay, well, 100% I need to Karn. Oh my god. I kind of need to Acid Moss here. Yeah. I need to Acid Moss because, yeah. Let's see. Our opponent could have another tower. Yeah, because Blood Moon just gets removed by Karn, and I can't beat Ugin. I can barely beat Stone. Right. When Karn pluses, we're gonna give our opponent Obstinate Bailoff. And then we're gonna try to do PN Kirin plus Blood Moon. But if our opponent plays Stone here, it's actually really hard. Yeah, so Bailoff is gone. Right, Star. We have to like beat this Karn on the board before we can cast Blood Moon, which is really awkward. Someone's trying to. Yuck. Oblivion Stone. I don't think we can win now. If we were lacking the LD. Why do I not destroy tower? What's the rationale for... Oh, because they can get a tower, you mean? Okay, yeah, that makes sense. So the argument is I shouldn't have destroyed tower, because then they can fetch a tower. And it gets free mana for sure. So I should always destroy a minor power plant, because getting it is worse for my opponent. I can get the logic behind that. Okay. So there's an Oblivion Stone, but we can force our the Oblivion Stone to blow up, and at least get rid of this Karn. Yeah, that explanation's good. Okay, so we're not gonna play Sprawl because if everyone plus this Karn, then yeah, we're gonna play Pia Kirin and Blood Moon. So our opponent would minus Karn though, and then it's over, right? But Pia and Kirin, at least they're colorless. I can try, but I'm pretty sure I'm dead. Alright, let's get a forest. Yeah, the fact that we didn't have LD, this matchup is insanely good in our favor, but the fact that we were on the draw without LD put it in a really tough spot. Right, so at least Ugin can't get rid of the Falkers right away. Right, so exile Blood Moon. Man, if that was Stone Rain, that would have been insane. So yeah, so Ugin comes down. And then we're still like, we're in insane trouble. Map, yeah, get a tower. Right. I don't know if you should have done that. You know I'm playing Stone Rain effects, so that seems kind of loose. I would not have cracked map there. I think cracking map is bad. Okay, so our opponent pluses. Stone Rain. Right, well, we can put Karn to 2. So we can't exile, but this can exile a Chameleon Colossus. Okay, we're playing Stone Rain and Chameleon Colossus anyways this turn. What do I do with Karn? I could put Karn to 3 and Ugin to 8. Is that the right line? I guess so. Since I don't mind if this gets removed from play at some point. So attack Ugin and attack Karn. Probably scoop time, yeah, but we'll play it out. We can always draw a Storm Breath Dragon as well, so it's not that bad. Okay, so we want to destroy mine. Right, exile graveyards is fine. And we want to play Chameleon Colossus. to force our opponent to minus that Ugin. Oh, the split? No, it's because... Right, because Karn right now, if it exiles, goes to loses, and if Ugin -4s, I can draw Storm Breath Dragon and kill Ugin. So that's why. It's not a question of choice. Oh, come on. Yeah. Okay, Wormcoil Engine. Because I want to force my opponent to minus their Ugin. So, like, I can draw Storm Breath Dragon and have a shot. It's not a good shot, but it's a shot. Right. So they put a Fate counter, then they use their Planeswalker abilities. PV's article is about not giving your opponent a choice. My attacks were more about, like, what loyalty do I want to keep my opponent's walkers on, based on, like, what I think they're going to do with them. Since, like, Ugin would go to 4, so, like, and I need Storm Breath Dragon, really. Right, right. So, right, Cure Karn takes Utopia Sprawl. But now if I draw Storm Breath, I can kill this Ugin and attack Karn. Okay, I lost. That's fine. Okay, so against them, again, Abrades and Grudges. We don't want Baloth. You don't want Trinisphere, you don't want Like, you want... Fracturing Gust is awkward because it kills your Sprawls, but, like, no, it's just bad. What do you think? Trinisphere's off seal, also. Gust kill. I think Fracturing is fine. I don't like the Chameleon Colossus. I guess the Chameleon Colossus kills here. Yeah. Chameleon Colossus is just a dork, but at least it attacks for 8. It could, like, if I have 8 mana, this kills my opponent one shot, so. The Courser, make sure I draw only spells. Do I really want this Fracturing Gust anyways? It kills stone sometimes. I think it's fine. Okay, we'll lose the 2 Colossi for 2 Gust. No, 1 Gust. I don't really want too much of this effect. It's expensive. Right. I think this is fine. Yes. Well, this hand's fine, since we can go turn 1 Arbor Elf, turn 2 Stone Rain, so... Let's get a basic forest. I won't Stone Rain if my opponent doesn't play... I'm only Stone Raining Taron pieces, so I'll play Courser if my opponent... yeah. If my opponent doesn't run a Tron piece. Okay, mine? Sure. Or definitely Stone Raining this. Yes. Oh, sorry, I have to pay mana this way. Because we want to make sure that we're drawing infinite kill. Yeah, okay, so Stone Rain the Mine. Well, Swamp. Well, that's probably good for us. Thoughtseize. That's really bad for us. Since now they take the Courser and we're on literal, like, mana dorks. Should 100% take the Courser here. Right. Well, at least we can play all these mana dorks, I guess. And, like, anything we draw is unreal. Well, anything that's not a land or a mana dork, I guess. Right. Arbor Elf. Stomping Ground tapped. Our opponent probably should have led with Thoughtseize. Because if we get, like, a light hand with Blood Moon... Yeah. Right, so now we need any pressure. Power plant? Okay. Any pressure, any land destruction's good. Stone Rain? Okay, Stone Rain is totally fine. I could, like, attack first, but whatever. We'll keep the Force, I think. Yeah, we'll keep the Force because we have Tracker in our deck, so I don't want to... Yeah. Yeah. Collective Brutality. This looks like Collective Brutality. It's like the only spell I can think of that costs 2 and that takes this much time to resolve. Opponent's gonna look at our forest. Yeah. Why would you discard Stirrings? Okay, Arbor Elf is down. Right. Oh wow, this is like what the doctor ordered. I'd order a can of whoop-ass. The Madcap experiment package? I guess that's good for post-board games. Yeah, I like that actually. Like post-board having Madcap plus Platinum and Poerium. Like it makes all the aggro matchups way better. So I actually like that suggestion. I do I have time to run another league? It's getting a little. This has been fast, but yeah. Okay, we really need LD. Actually, yeah, I want LD here. If our opponent like gets a tower. Actually, we kill our opponent the way this is currently set up. So, power plant, okay. Yeah, our opponent's dead, so that's fine with me. Inferno Titan's like exactly what we wanted here. Yep, we win. So yeah, just attack for. We can attack with the Arbor Elf as well. It sends a message, and it's less clicks. Inferno Titan is so quick to kill our opponent. Right. Then you just pump. And pump. And that's game. Yeah, for sure Arbor Elf had to send a message. I think like not attacking Arbor Elf there would have been really wrong. Okay, so we lost the Colossus. I think that's fine. Every other threat is better. The Fracturing Gust is a lot more awkward on the... I don't want Colossus. It's just not a card in the matchup like this. We just want to, like, not have 4/4s for 4. That's not the matchup. We want to, like, quickly kill our opponent's lands. Or resolve a turn 2 Blood Moon. Unfortunately, they have Collective Brutality, but if we, like, Utopia Sprawl and have, like, 2 Blood Moons in hand or something, it's pretty sweet. Oh man, no red mana. This hand is so good though. This hand is like insane if we draw like any, like a bird or sprawl. We have Ancient Grudge. I'm gonna keep. There's like a lot of cards we could draw that make this hand good. Forest is not one of them. Basic Forest might be the actual worst card in the deck to draw. Yeah, we have a lot of sources. If my opponent... Yeah. Yeah, this sketchy keep. What did our opponent do, by the way? Did they top or scry? They bottomed? Okay. Well, our opponent has an awkward hand. Okay, we have Arbor Elf and we have Acid Moss, so that's not so bad. Then we can get Stomping Ground, yeah. Right, but like the matchup's good because of the cards I have in my hand. Like all of these cards are so good. So yeah, if our opponent can't kill Arbor Elf here, then we can Acid Moss. Oh, we just won. Okay, cool. Yeah. Okay, 6-4. We won our good matchups and we lost our bad ones. Let's see, Madcap. Experiment. Oh, Mapcap? No, it's Madcap. So, what would it be? Like 3 Madcaps? Maybe 4, we have no draw. And Platinum. I'm not sure, like, just give me some time. I'm gonna redo the deck. I'm gonna open the chest, I'm gonna redo the deck, and I'm gonna just have a quick chat. Cause like, I'm getting to the... A third league would be over what I do normally, so that's why I'm gonna think about it. But yeah, let's look at how this list would look. So you wouldn't have Baloth because you're planning to play this against the aggro matchups. I guess you would cut Anger at least here. What else would you cut? I really like Trinisphere as a secondary plan. If you're against, like, Fracturing Gust, I guess you would cut the Gusts. I mean, you don't have to have 4. You could have 3, and I would cut a Hanger. So it would look like something like this. Yeah. So you could cut a Relic. I guess, like, some decks you wouldn't want Relic, so we could put back an Anger. Like, the aggro matchups are so bad. Like, I'm not against... Anger's been very unimpressive, though. If Madcap is for aggro, you can't play Trinisphere. Right, because you can't Madcap into Trinisphere, so you can't board both in at any time. Trinisphere is, yeah, good against the quick decks, so yeah. I really like Trinisphere, though. Like, this is one of the few decks that can run Trinisphere. I guess it's fine. Maybe we don't need Trinisphere. So then... we can board back a Relic. Preventatus. Let me... I'm not sure if we're doing testing, but I definitely want to try to build a version of the deck you would want, right? I'm just gonna, like, check what the other decks of this archetype play. As for my opinion on this deck, I think you could do a lot worse in Modern than playing this. I felt like we had trouble against big creatures. Like, if a creature got too large, it started being a problem. Oh, we can't play Relic and Madcap in the same deck, so maybe I really like Relic as graveyard hate, but we can't play the Relic maybe. Because, like, I could never board in Relic Madcap. The problem is, like, they're not boarding out their Path to Exile. So Madcap, like, if I'm burned, I'm also probably boarding in Path. So it's a lot worse, I think, than usual. Is there anything that, like, grants Hexproof or, like, some threat like that? One second. Like, if I could have something that, like, grants Hexproof or protection and, so Modern... let me see if we can find something that, like, protects our Madcap. Like, yeah. Witchbane Orb only gives me Hexproof. Also, not an artifact, please. We have Madcap Experiment and Platinum Emporium. Some really cool cards I'm looking at, but, like, none of them seem to be helpful. Yeah, because right now we have trouble against big creatures. Yeah, I mean... there's, like, two very funny answers. So, like... yeah, the funniest one I've seen is... this. But I think Asceticism does the same. Where is it? Asceticism. So... yeah. Front is fine, but, like, you're winning those matchups already. Like, Asceticism would be kind of nuts with Madcap Experiment. The thing is, I was losing to, like, large creatures. Like, I couldn't kill a large creature and it was just destroying me. So Desceticism, like just blocking and regenerating, isn't actually that unreasonable. I think there's matchups like Affinity where, yeah, it doesn't get there though. We can also get back a Fracturing Gust. Right, so wait. Yeah, we can also do something weird like this. Yeah, because I was looking into big creatures. This might be a really weird sideboard piece of technology. Favor the Mighty. That's a fun one. It's pretty okay in the deck, yeah. Yeah, like, Asceticism would allow me to, like, yeah. Scred? No, we're not run. We can't run Scred. I don't think we're gonna run Scred in this deck. I see what you're trying to say, but, like, you need to get to, like, 4 lands, and this deck doesn't accelerate into lands that much, or really want to go that deep. If we're playing against aggro, then, yeah. I think Madcap Imperium is okay. And then the question is, like, is this Asceticism any good? Like, I was losing to big creatures. Beast Within? Yeah, Beast Within is an actual good card. We should do that. Rather than playing these awful cards. Beast Within is actually perfect. So, once it loads. Yeah, Beast Within is the right call. I like that call a lot. I have some on my account, yeah. So, well, not this garbage. Well, I was talking about Descending the Platinum Imperium, but Beast Within is pretty nice. I like it with Anger a lot. I guess we will. The Fracturing Gust is so good against Affinity. So the question is, like, are you willing to? Well, Madcap and Platinum has to be good. So, right. So like something like this. I like this a little more, yeah. Like the Imperium Madcap. Okay. Okay. So I would keep the deck as this. Like the main deck's been weird. Like it's not necessarily the best main deck, but. The 2 of each is kind of interesting. I like that so like you could you all saw like what, like when you see the video on demand as well, you could like all see what each of these 2 ofs meant. I really like, so for what it's worth, I really like the Chandra, I really like the PN Kirin, and I really like the Storm Breath and the Inferno Titan. I thought the Baloff was good, like a necessary evil because of burn. I love the trackers. I was not a fan of the Chameleon Colossus because I think those matchups are already pretty good. Yeah, I know Asceticism's bad. I was like looking at it from a Madcap Imperium plus blocking, but it's bad, of course. Polukranos needs a lot of mana. Like, it's fight X, so I'll just open the card up quickly for everybody. But yeah, Polukranos probably doesn't get there because it deals X damage, and you need to pay XX, and we're not going that deep. Is Storm Breath better than Glorybringer? Yes, it doesn't get Path to Exile. Storm Breath is much better in Modern than Glorybringer. Just because it doesn't get Path to Exiled. I don't think you need Front or Carnage Tyrant. I think you're already crushing the control decks with your Stone Rain, Acid Moss Blood Moon package, and you have like Infi Frets, so yeah. Yeah, so like... yeah, I think the 2 Beast Wivens would be okay. It makes our deck weaker against Affinity. But we have Madcap and Platinum Imperium to hopefully make up for that. I'm not happy with the relics with this Madcap. Like, I'd be up for, like, removing a relic for something else. Oh, like, lose the Chameleons and have Beast Wivens? Fractus. Fractus is interesting. Fractus might be okay. Fractus over Baloff. So, something like this. This is a lot of 5s. I don't think you can play this many 5s and 6. I think the 2 Infernos are fine. I don't think we can play this many 5s. Like, yeah. Also, Fractus and Beast Within aren't the best. So... Tusk is maybe better post-board. It's a mana curve problem. Like, I'd rather have another four mana card here. Ground Seal? Ground Seal stops Snapcaster. Ground Seal draws a card. That's like a really big edge. Ground Seal drawing a card is big game. And it's not good against Delve, but it's really good against Snapcaster. Ground Seal. Right, but like, I would want Fractus more in the main than Bailoff, since Bailoff is more, yeah. Madcap main, I think, is bad. Everybody has, like, kind of removal, and there are a lot of matchups where this is bad, so I don't think you want this in the main deck. Ground Seal is interesting. It's not 1 mana, but we don't have that many 2-drops, so I think Ground Seal is actually a good call. And it doesn't interact with our Madcap. That's why I like it a lot. His Relic, I think, is better. But Ground Seal, cards in graveyards can't be the target of spells or abilities. Right. It's not good against Dredge, which is the only problem. And Dredge would be a problem. I guess we could do 2 Ground Seals and like another Anger. No, an Anger. I would do at least this. What else do we want? We wanted like an anti-aggro card. I think we're crushing it. Does it stop Delve? No, it doesn't stop Delve. Ground Seal would be like against Snapcaster decks, but the main reason I would want it is this, but wait. I'm never boarding in Madcap against those decks. We'll keep Relic in. Relic is better. I've been super impressed with Relic in general. So 2 Relics for sure. We're never boarding these cards in the same matchup. Dredge is like the only exception. Where Dredge is like the only exception where I would board in Madcap into Empyrean, but want Relic. So that's like the one matchup where, yeah. I haven't played with Elves. Elves is coming up though. I think Elves might be tomorrow's deck actually. Tomorrow's deck is indeed Elves. Yeah, Elves is tomorrow. Yeah. Yeah, Relic. But then against Dredge we keep Madcap Imperium. Right. We could play a 4th Madcap. I don't think that's totally insane. Like, the matchups where you want Madcap, you really want Madcap. I don't know if there's another leaguelet. I'm building the deck because I think, like, feedback on the deck is, like, the first step. So, like, we're trying to figure out, like, what's the best build. So, like, no matter what, like, people that were watching get to see... yeah. If we played Madcap main deck, yeah. So, like, this would be a version. If we played Madcap main deck, then I would not play 4. I'd probably play 3. But then they know we have it, so it's much worse post-board. I would never board in the Force. But if we had Madcap main deck, then I would probably do this 261. And I would lose a card out of the top end curve. Since we're playing a few more duds, I can't. I could. The Inferno Titan was really good for me. I guess Primal Command. Primal Command's been okay though. I've liked it a lot. Like the tutoring ability allows you to play more 2-ofs, but like here we have less 2-ofs. So I guess we would lose the Primal Command because we don't have Bailoff and yeah. Right. In that case. Now our deck has more slots though, so... Oh, but we have 2 Bailoffs and 2 Fractus. And then we can board in another Relic. Let's see. Yeah, they're always going to board in an answer to Platinum Imperium, that's the thing, but it does cold a lot of decks. It's really bad against others, so like, this is... I mean, it's about as bad as Bailoff. We're losing Primal Command. Primal Command's been good, though. So, I guess we could have another Beast Within. I think Beast Within might be better main deck, because you can, like, Stone Rain them a little more, and that, like, that works with your main deck plan, but... let's see. Yeah, you can do something like this. Like, Beast Within with Imperium's really good too, because like you start not caring about the free freeze. So maybe maybe the plan is Beast Withins and PS for post-sport games. Although Chandra's really bad with Beast Within. I don't like that actually, sorry. I've really liked Pia and Karen. Right. Okay, I think something like this is what I would do if I decide to do another league. Okay, so I need a break no matter what. So I'm gonna take at least 3-4 minutes. So I'm gonna leave you a note. So you get this beautiful notepadded note. Yeah, because even if I play a league, like, I definitely need to... I definitely need a small break, so... Right. Right. And I won't hide the deck, so... Yeah, if you have other feedback on the deck, definitely go for it. I think this version is... Oh, sorry. I think this version is okay. Like, it's another version. It's at least something I would try, so yeah. Okay, I'll be back in, like, 3 or 5 minutes. And I'll make the decision where we're playing another league a lot. While you're waiting... If you haven't followed the channel, definitely do. Yeah, that's basically it. If you haven't followed, like, the channel, like, this is a good time to. Obviously, like, if you ever, like, if you want to donate anything, like, tickets or, like, actual bit cheers or whatever to the cause, that's actually friggin' awesome, but you don't need that. Like, just following would be cool. Just watching has already been awesome. Thank you so much. So, I'll be back in 3 or 5 minutes with the decision on whether I do a third league or not. No matter what, I will talk about, like, the last build, make sure, like, you have, like, you know, the build I think is correct, so you can run the deck yourselves. And then, yeah, we'll talk about, like, the future streams. There's also, the other thing to think about is I'm looking to, on Thursday, there's a stream where it's community choice. So, like, the community decides, like, what I play. Mardu Pyromancer will be up for the vote, so you don't need to talk about that deck. But if there's, like, a deck that I don't have on my schedule... which I'll link to you, which is in my description, and you really want to see me play, this is a really good time to, like, interact and chat and, like, suggest a deck. So yeah, okay, I'll be back in, like, 3 to 5 minutes. I'll leave a note here. Okay, I'm back. So I'll remove this. Okay, so let me see what suggestions have been brought up, and I'll let you know my decision as to the next league or not. So KCI, that's an actual interesting suggestion. I haven't had someone suggest it, so KCI could be cool. It's a much cooler deck since it's not as broken as it used to be. Abzan Traverse, I don't actually have a list for that. I don't, if it's too close to like Abzan mid-range, then I'm not that interested. I'd rather like play different archetypes rather than like small variation on existing ones. Blue-Red Breach I played yesterday. I did not like that deck. I thought it was like I like the deck. I like the style, but I didn't think it was a good deck. So Blue-Red Breach, I honestly cannot recommend. Infect is on the schedule. Scred Prison. Okay, I'll note it. Brink to Light Scapeshot has been given to me, so thank you for the reminder. Amulet Titan. I have had Amulet a few times. I'm not the biggest fan, though, of playing a deck like Amulet Totally Cold, since that's a really impossible one. GB Infect. I could have a vote on which version of Infect I run, whether blue-green or black-green. So that I can bring up to a vote. Yeah. So, let me think. Okay, so... let me remove this now. Okay, so... I've noted the decks down, so that's cool. One thing I'm gonna say for this is I'm not gonna run another league. I'm done for that. I'd rather relax a bit, you know, have my evening or whatever. So that's that. However, you have the version of the deck here that I would run in a league legs. So if one of the people watching knows like somebody that wants to stream this deck, like as is with this version, I will gladly host you. So if you can get, I'm gonna stay for like 10-15 minutes. So if in those 10-15 minutes you can build this deck and want to stream it, I will gladly host you so people can check, like, continue watching on your channel. So like I'd rather not be like tired and cranky and like all those stuff. I'd rather like keep the energy high, so that's why I'm gonna stop. But if somebody wants to stream this deck, please do it with this version. I will be more than glad to host you. I'll leave that like for 10-15 minutes roughly. So that's the time you have to like roughly get the cards. Right. So as for like this deck, I have to be honest. I honestly thought it was fun. Like I don't know if like this version's good against aggro now with Madcap. You can, okay, so Nego can build it. Okay, so basically like message me on Twitter, same handle, Walla Oompa. Link to your stream. I'll just double check that you're good, like you have the deck and everything. Like if you have the stream up, and then I will gladly host you. I can export it. So if you want the deck, I can export. Right. So let me just get that for you. So if you message me on Twitter, I will ship you the text file. So let me double check. Yeah. Right, so... Right. But yeah, message me on Twitter. I should be able to give the file, so... I guess Pastebin is a good... Oh, sorry, this is the wrong one. We want... Okay, so... Oh. No, I'll export it to text and then you can probably figure it out, so... Create new paste, okay. So... Actually, I'll just post it in chat. So that's the link to the deck. Right. So yeah, my view on this deck, honestly, you could run much worse than Modern. I don't think this is like tier 1 necessarily, but I think this deck is really good right now. It felt pretty powerful to me. It felt like it had game against, like, what I like about this deck is it was very good against almost all the decks the pros love right now. It's very good against Tron. It's very good against Lantern because you have the 4 trackers. I think it's good, like very good against Lantern, or at least it's like got game, right? It's not like totally dead. So yeah, Lantern. Yeah, it's good against the big mana decks. It's good against blue-white. So like, it was good there. The problem is if you face aggro decks like Burn, which some people like is having a resurgence because people are seeing that it's pretty good in the current metagame, then or Affinity, then this deck is really bad. So yeah, it is a metagame call, but I think you could do much worse as far as metagame calls are. I think this deck is like kind of a dark horse. It's like tier 1.5 for me. And it's really good against the decks that are really popular right now. So I honestly think you should give it a try. It's been better. For me, to be fair, anything that's kind of run Spreading Seas, Field of Ruin, Stone Rain has really outperformed for me. All because people are like playing these greedy mana decks. Even like the mid-range decks need like 3 or 4 mana for their Snapcaster mages. It's great. So yeah, so that's what I would do. Yeah. Now, in other news, I did get a treasure chest. So since we fought hard for our second chest, we're gonna open this one on stream as usual, and maybe we'll get a chest which isn't awful. That was a lie. Although we got a Phyrexian Altar. That's a really weird one to get. Right, so cool. Phyrexian Altar. Phyrexian Altar from Invasion Online is worth something? A ticket? I don't even know why it's in the pool then, but... And Irayo is... Okay, so that was awful. That was like a ticket. But it's fine. We open our battle chests online. Yeah, so... Yeah, I've been happy with this deck. Honestly, I can only warmly recommend it. Alright, so yeah, so other things... I will probably put up the vote some point this evening for like the Thursday deck. I'm probably gonna like re-ask on Twitter first before the poll opens, and then like I'll post it like probably before I go to sleep, and then like it'll be 24 hours, and then on Wednesday night I'll know. So like Thursday morning Europe time, or like late on Wednesday for anybody North America. But yeah, so. Yeah. What else? Yeah, so like those decks, yeah, I've been impressed by this. Tomorrow is Elves. So for the stream schedule, tomorrow is going to be Elves, the combo deck. Then we're going to get on Thursday the community choice deck, which again, I'll put the votes up on Twitter. And then on Friday, we have special guest Li Shiqian, as long as he still can do it. Yeah, and Lee will join me on an earlier stream for Gristle Shoal brands. But yeah. Okay, so Onegu is gonna probably put the deck on stream. I haven't hosted before, so bear with me. Right, so I guess I have like to host someone. Let's see, how do I host? Dashboard. Like I'm getting new to like the new wave of Twitch, so yeah. Let me double check how I can host. Hosting stream. But yeah. Right, to host a channel. Okay, so host channel name, okay. So once I do this, basically, yeah, we'll watch. Before I type that command in, I want to make sure like your stream is up and running, obviously. But yeah, other things. Honestly, I've been like kind of floored by the number of people that have watched the stream. Today's been like incredible. So I know like if people have left because like I'm not playing, so that's cool. I totally get that. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that watched. Today was awesome. If like this, it was like this today, then like it would be like insane. So like when I did this experiment, I was like just like trying to see what would happen, and like today I've like kind of been floored by the reception. Although all we've seen, it was like trying to stone rain our Tron opponents. So you know, it's been that's actually been really awesome. Really want to thank everybody that's tuned in today and any other day. You know, like I really appreciate it. Yeah. But yeah. Okay. Right, what else? Okay, I'm just waiting for Onegu to get his stream up and running, and then we'll host it, and you can watch this deck in action. Yeah. Since I want to make sure, like, people that want to, like, watch Ponza get, like, somewhere to go. So we're not gonna... Okay, so he's not quite gotten there yet. Okay. 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 So it seems like he's live and he's getting all the cards for the deck. So that's awesome. Okay. Cool. So before I ship you over to Onegu, who will be streaming this deck because I basically decided that that's enough for me today. He'll play the deck. Hopefully the stream's good, so I'll leave you in his hands. But yeah, the deck's been performing pretty well for me. This is version 3 already. Yeah, that's basically it. Thank you so much again for watching. Really appreciate it. I could recommend this deck for sure. Tomorrow's Elves, Thursday's Community Choice, so I'll have the poll up on Twitter. Thank you everybody for watching. If you haven't followed for some reason at this point, I really highly recommend you do if you want to see more modern content. I'm doing 18 more decks. That's insane, right? 18 more different decks. So, tons of modern content. Yeah, okay. So, I'm going to host him. Otherwise, thank you so much for watching. Right. Right, so just check that the host is working. Right.